Indeed. How we doing, good people? People of the world.
Not too bad.
Excellent.
Before we forget, could you make a handout with the World Anvil link in?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Because I always think about it and I'm like, oh, I can't remember the link.
Oh, could you also
Forget.
make everyone's character sheets visible to each other? I know me and Hannah were talking about that a while ago and kept remembering to mention it, but I keep forgetting.
Yes, I can.
Secret? No, it's not.
I also just remember
Secretly a
learning
record.
to make scripts. Fancy rollable token.
Yeah.
Does Scrick have night vision? Dark vision?
I don't think it's so.
I don't think so either. Cool. That. Alright, Scrick's token should now be rollable. Right, cool. That's that. Visible to everybody. We discussed this before, I think, because
We did.
I have to make them. I think for you to actually see the character sheet, I have to make you in control of the character, which ends up fucking with the
Lighting.
the light stuff.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
bad.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's what went before. But what is easily done, and I'll make a little note for me to do, especially because it's a leveled system, is each level I'll just take a snapshot of people's character sheets and I'll put make a little sub channel in Lumen.
That's
for
a good
sheets,
idea.
so that people can browse and be aware of each other's abilities. Because I absolutely agree with the intent that being aware of each other's abilities is a really great way to improve teamwork and so on.
I'll do that now.
Apparently, we have low light vision.
Cool. Which
So I
is
have
important. I need to get better at using the light stuff more because it's pretty cool and it's another layer of texture to the battles. Right. We wanted. I'll put it in useful references. And out. World Anvil link.
It does oh god. Script still have the script. I can't remember if it was the mitflet he threw away, right?
It was the mitflet he traded. He gave to the traveling people of Hamlane. The script he does still have. Yes, soggy bit.
Good.
It's in his bag.
He's
Living his best life, waiting
has
for that
some ideas.
terrarium he was promised.
I might have a different job for him.
What is the link? It's like this, right? Yeah. Hold down. Touch this. I need to pretty it up and actually put stuff on it, but on the front I can use Hannah's amazing cover art. But for now, just have the link, and I'll make sure it's hyperlinked. It should work fine. And the useful references, right? We are all here. We are here.
Yup.
Yep.
Wunderbar. Banjo, you're here. Might be making dinner.
You know that's not my name.
Banjo. Banjo.
Thank you. I will take the proper respect. Thank you very much.
A lady Banjo. Right.
Let's use Babanjo to you.
Without further ado. So, welcome to session 12 of the Lights of Lumen. 12 sessions in now. Last session, we began with a dreamscape. Morrigan Fate Weaver in touch with the Weave of Fate itself in her apprenticeship to Rolo the Weave Walker. You were visited by the dreams which come every so often. This time taking on a slightly more desolate image than it has in the past for you. Sandy dunes leading down to a quicksilver river, mimicking the flow and interweaving of the Weave water. You saw a few different things about your companions and yourself. I've collated them in the journal for your own reading back. But for everybody else, we began the day with Primrose visiting the Darkmoon Woods and meeting an interesting customer. Cadsworth, the Loxodon, decided to bring him back to supposedly his very favourite place in the world, the Salty Knucklebone Inn, whereby he was scolded for his previous transgressions, and I think perhaps Primrose felt slightly embarrassed. He went toddling off around the back of the inn and generally caused a little bit of havoc, but it was all in fairly good humour. Scrick went to Mar Fishery, spoke to Tamily Tandervale, whose name I'd forgotten before, about a pilot initiative for his scheme of cleaning up the streets of Sea Spray, going by the moniker Detritus Jones. After this, the party gathered back at the inn. The meeting with Tamily was quite successful for Scrick, not overwhelmingly, but fairly. Primrose shared with the group information about Jagged Filtria, seemingly spotted going underground into the ruins, the excavated ruins situated in the Darkmoon Woods just nearby. After this, you headed over to the Lane of Wonders. Primrose handed out fruit to urchins, was pickpocketed. There was a whole back and forth with Fruity the urchin scampering off before you then headed to... After that run-in, you felt a little bit uncomfortable with how much attention Gwilym was getting, and so you decided to give her a makeover. You went to the 4th floor Flourish, gave her a makeover. She now has short hair. Oh, I didn't change her token. That's something I can do in the background as we're going. With the amazing art made by Hannah. Thank you, Hannah. Gwilym now has a very different look, a porcelain mask. Scrick was pampered and pressed into a rather debonair and dashing young business rat, who does now have a rollable token. Feel free to use that as you see fit. Stelio, of course, met with the hired bodyguard she used all the rest of her money for, Lorik Scaler, a surly Hadozi gentleman with a large weapon, who can't remember if you said what orders you gave. I think it was to meet later on. Oh no, I think
No.
he's with you now.
Yeah.
He's with you now, right? He's like tailing Gwilym.
Yeah.
So Gwilym not only has the disguise, but also has about 3 paces behind her this surly hooded Hadozi figure looking out for her best interest. And was paid a lot of money, so you get the impression he's going to do what he's told. Primrose continued her escapades, gathering information around, meeting a cleric or a training cleric of Deep Flow, the Kiad Shore of animals that swim, Derabat Orc Friend, and learned more about the Lightbearers, Ripel Sea Foam. Had spoken with Derabat about her worries concerning Jagged Filtria, and in particular seeing some vials of red liquid on her person that she seemed very concerned about. Scrick had a very successful meeting with a goblin woman at the Hardborn Home for Healthy Hooligans, Kick Trin. She was very impressed by Scrick and handed over her records. This was all with the intent of getting closer to Sartris Varlin, the animal trapper, smuggler, trader, who seems to have had such a dark influence on people around him and on your erstwhile friend previously, Tychus Whitefurs. There was also, which I haven't written down, the meeting with the purveyor of books, Tumbling Tomes, I think the shop is called, whereby Morrigan spoke with the owner, who implored her and her crew, the rest of you, to venture down into the sewers to retrieve a number of lost books that have been kept by a man by the name of Armitage Funnelcake down in the sewers, who has been taking out books or loaning out books and then not bringing them back. And the one he has brought back has been very slimy. But lots was done, tons of RP, very, very fun session. We now find ourselves, I believe, about midday or just after, with Scrick having met with, the final part of the session was Scrick having met with Abaris Usani, the steward of Sea Spray in the Baroness's absence, having had a productive meeting where it was decided he would round up a few ne'er-do-wells for you to use as your crew, Scrick, to begin the process of cleaning, particularly around the Lane of Wonders, the streets and the scrap and the junk around there. And we finished the session quite literally with Scrick scurrying back towards the Salty Knucklebone Inn, which is a bit of a meeting point for you all. So, with Scrick arriving back, the rest of you, I think, also in attendance, or perhaps nearly in attendance nearby. What would people like to do? It's about midday or just gone. You still have a good half of the day ahead of you.
So we've got that meeting at the end of the day. That's it.
Yes.
What time?
That was at dusk.
At dusk.
Kicktrin said that most likely a representative of Sartreus Varlin is scheduled to visit the Hardborn home for healthy hooligans at dusk this evening to meet with her concerning their business, and invited Scrick to be there.
And so Primrose was talking to Orc Friend, and I think he said something about Charisse the Bard going down the rooms as well with Sartreus and Filtria.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So
if they
separately,
were
each of them seem to go down into the ruins without him seeing any of them emerge.
Okay. Yeah. So assuming we're all meeting back up, Primrose would tell that to everybody, because I don't think she has yet.
Very cool.
And then maybe we should go and see if the Bard has any, because she lives here, right?
She
And
does.
see them?
And yeah, to be clear, even with your fairly rustic kind of pocket of life over in Lumen Village, each of you growing up would absolutely have heard of Charisse Cloudfeather, a very famous traveling bard, part adventurer, part performer. Her kind of themes around mystery and the coming together of different cultures. She has interacted with the Arakocra people, the bird folk, who live a very different life to much of the rest of civilized society. They kind of live along the plains, and Charisse Cloudfeather has kind of brought the stories of each world to the other, along with this kind of life of adventuring. So you'd all be aware. You'd think of her as kind of like almost a living folk hero. And yes, you are aware she lives on the Gilded Isle. You've even been told that it is this building here with the brown roof, just across the little canal from you and the Salty Knucklebone Inn.
Yeah. So it depends on whether we've got other stuff to do. I can't remember, to be honest. But maybe something we could do is see if she's got anything in her house to indicate why she went down there. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to break into her house, though, right?
Why not?
Well, I assume she probably is.
Well, no one's down there. And she's been gone for 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, I guess we could.
You
Well,
don't know that she's
hello?
been gone for 2 weeks. You know that she went down to the ruins. And Cadsworth, which was who spotted them, didn't see people come back up, but you know that Jagged Filtria was seen leaving Sea Spray with the rest of the light bearers. So
Maybe
you kind of
she is,
assume there'd be
maybe we
more
can
of
ask
a
her.
fuss if she hadn't been seen for 2 weeks.
We'll probably just come back up somewhere else, right?
Maybe, yeah.
So maybe it leads somewhere else.
Maybe we can just go talk to her then, maybe.
Yeah, probably a good idea too.
Why did you go down? Bad.
Exactly.
But I can't remember if we got anything else to do though, so if we do.
I mean, I don't
Apart from the
remember.
meeting, obviously.
I just remember the meeting.
The only thing is with the timing. I think I mentioned it before because of the meetings at dusk. That means you can't really go down the ruins.
Who are we meeting with again?
And
We're
come back
meeting.
up.
We're not meeting with Sartras, are we? We're meeting with
No.
someone he's sending.
Yeah.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah.
Kictrin has said that sometimes he does show up, but
Yeah.
it's not often.
So if we do, then it's kind of a not expected.
What do we want? What do we even want to say to him? I don't even know. Like, if it's just a representative.
We
need to
wanted
say?
to follow him back to see where he went, so we can find where Sartras is holding up.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I think the idea was to get, like, I don't know, was maybe to get Skrick to sort of follow them sneakily. I don't know.
Well, Skrick needs to talk to him, right? Because
Yeah, true.
he's the one
Yeah.
that made
Rick's
the
got a
meeting.
whole lot of things he wants to do today.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Skrick could and someone else could sort of stealth it up. In the
Okay.
distance.
So
Or,
it sounds
or-
like we can go and talk to the Owlin, and then Skrick can go do his own thing, and then meet at dusk.
yeah, I think that sounds about right.
I think
Cool.
so, unless anyone else has got anything else.
I can't think of anything.
Skricky boy, what's the plan?
Scrick would go somewhere secluded to talk to the script.
Oh, yeah. Yep,
If
that's
you
easily
bear-
done. You could use your rooms that you've got ongoing. Okay, so you head up, you find a private spot, open up the bag, and see inside a very kind of, even with its quite dark skin, it looks like it's got dark rings under its eyes. It's living in a bottle, having a bad time. You see the little script look up at you with a mixture of fear and fury.
How's it going? I've got a little enterprise I think I might need your help with.
Enterprise! Soggy bit is in a bottle!
Yeah, I know, but I can get you out of there soon, don't you worry.
How soon? Very soon?
Well,
Now soon?
Well, it depends if you're gonna agree to do what I ask you to do for me.
Yes, I agree.
No, well, I want you to not run away if I do this.
Kind of like, God. What is what's I'm actually gonna roll this. What's Skrit's will DC?
Scrick.
Skrik, yeah, sorry.
Okay, will.
He's trying to get a read on you.
17.
Okay. Kind of squints his little eyes up at you. It's just like, and then he just slumps his shoulders. It's like, Soggy Bit will not run away. Soggy
Really?
Bit is scared of going back in the bottle again.
You like stuff, right? Like junk? You like it being all around you, right?
Books. Books are the best. Tasty, tasty books.
Well, I'm setting up this little enterprise where all the junk's gonna be collected in a warehouse. I was thinking when I go out of town, I can put you in an aquarium, or not an aquarium, but a terrarium with a speaker, sort of thing, and you can run my operation for me while I'm gone.
Soggy Bit does not understand. What operation?
Well, I'm having all the junk collected up into one big warehouse. So someone needs to be around to guard the warehouse. I was thinking, you know, they might find books, they might not, but if you do it for me, and you don't fuck it up, you could live here. Just, we gotta keep you disguised in a box or something with a curtain or something like that.
Is Soggy Bit allowed to leave the box when not being disguised?
As long as you don't fully run away.
You see him lick his lips. Will there be books in all this junk?
I guess it's possible. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure he throws away a book. They're quite valuable. But, it is possible. And, maybe if, you do this for me, when I come back on my way back to, Lumen, I could see if I could get you any books, pay you off a little bit.
It is a deal.
Alright. Now, I think the most important thing would be, just keep an eye out, make sure no one's stealing it. And if they are, I didn't really think this through, but you do what you do and don't fuck up the town too much, and, yeah. Just keep
Okay.
everyone in line. Just, try and stay out of sight, Unless something happens.
Staying out of sight. Messing with people. This is what Soggy Bit does best.
There's gonna be a lot of vagrants. You're probably gonna try and get stuff from that junk pile. So,
Oh, not from Soggy Bit's pile.
yeah, you be my security. I like that. I might have to get someone else in on it, but, I'll introduce you to them.
Can I come out of the bottle now?
I've got a deal. If you do this for me, you can come out an hour a day. You gotta stay in this room.
What? I thought... Is this where the junk will be?
No, I'm just saying. If you do this job, I'll let you out an hour a day until we get set up in the warehouse.
Deal.
Alright.
And he just let him out.
He crawls out like a shipwrecked sailor crawling onto the beach and kisses the ground. Ah! Turns around back to the bottle and kicks it. Stupid bottle! Then he kind of slumps down and spreads himself out, which he couldn't do in the bottle. Ah! Yes, I will do whatever Soggy Bit has to do to stay out of the bottle.
Yeah, screw it, pick up the bottle. And he's like,
Don't go anywhere. Just keep out of sight. And if I come back into the room without anyone, make yourself known.
I can do this. And he
Alright.
scurries under the bed. Just hear the sound of... You probably wouldn't hear anything, to be honest.
Screw just turns out
He's like, I'm a genius.
and walks out the room.
Cool. Very good. Next thing, Skrick, or is that everything?
He wanted to go to that alley where that people wanted. He wants to go see the. There's two things he wants to do: go see the warehouse, get some people on it.
Yeah.
So he'd go to the shopping district where they wanted him to start off.
Yes. Cool. That's easily done. I can't remember, even though I just watched it back. Did Skrick ask the people that are being rounded up to be sent to the Salty Knucklebone or to be sent to the warehouse?
To the Knucklebone, I think.
Yeah, I thought so. Which would be happening now, so that's not
cool.
really a problem because, just as Avarice said, seems he's true to his word. People begin to show up asking for you, Skrick, and Pudley points them towards you. Do you set yourself up in any particular way, and are you still wearing your fancy clothing?
He would still be wearing his fancy clothing.
Okay, then yeah. Pudley who would definitely have made a comment about your clothing. Just like, ooh, looking pretty swish.
Well, I'm at about 10 now, Pudders. Can you give me can you fill up the,
And he shows him the lens tankard.
Oh yeah.
fill this up and, get everyone who comes in here, I have a drink for them. I'll have a
Right, you are.
table and do you have a big chair I can have, and then have a little crappy chair for the people who come in?
Oh, I've got just the idea. We'll use Cord's chair. And he brings out
thanks,
the
Butters.
little stool that's used for Cord Madougally when he comes in, ranting and raving.
Yeah, it's perfect. I gotta be in a high position, being a big man and all.
Right. Well, I'll get the drinks ready. I think you might have your first customer, client, whatever it is.
I don't know. We'll see, I suppose.
All right. For this, I will take us over to
God.
the Salty Knucklebone. Let's clear out some of these faces.
Fucking love Pudley. It's great.
Pudley in the background. Pudley's the best. Right. Scrick, set yourself up. Pull your token out at a table. Right then. Roll a D4 for me, please. Perfect. So, the first person to enter who goes to the bar asks, and you can see Pudley, the receipt, kind of receiving this person and pointing them over towards you, is perhaps not what you'd expected. Quite a young and actually fairly handsome gentleman, looks to be human. Strides up and sits down across from you
Okay.
on the little chair. Who has to like squat down to go on the little chair. Would probably like hold out a hand to shake of yours and introduce himself as Evil Broadbelt.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Broadbelt. My name's Detritus Jones.
I understand I'll be working for you.
Well, yeah. Have they informed you what kind of work that
Not at all. Just said to look for the upstanding gentleman in the tricorn hat.
Scrick looks around and he's
I've
like,
got
Oh, you mean me?
I've got a lot of skills. I'm fast with my hands. I can. Well, what do you need done? And he looks
Right.
genuinely really excited.
The idea is we gotta clean up the streets. Actually clean them up like waste management. But you seem like
See?
a capable.
You see his face full. Oh,
You seem like a capable fellow. The idea is we get it to the junkyard, and then we resell the stuff we don't want, and it's meant to be like that kind of thing, you know.
I am capable, and this all sounds great, but I don't suppose you've got anything a bit more, I don't know, exciting?
What do you mean? Junk isn't exciting enough for you?
Well, I mean, junk is junk, right? It's lying around all over the place. I'd rather, there's a lot of very fancy junk inside people's places, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I do know what you mean, Mr. Broadbelt. So you're a sneaky boy then?
Oh yeah, very sneaky. The sneakiest in Sea Spray.
Interesting. What kind of, how much do we get? You supposed to be getting paid for this kind of work, or is it commission based on what you find?
And he rummages in his pocket and puts down a single silver piece on the table. This is what they gave me, the militia. Said it's for the day.
Oh shit, they're paying you? I thought I was gonna have to do this. Is great.
They said they would cover today, but any other days I think are on you. Or if we do go in to find some other fancier junk, then I'd expect a cut.
I like this. Let's say Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, let's say you're not part of the official operation, but I'll tell the whether you're working for me.
Nice. Great.
Yeah, have they told you about the warehouse?
No.
Right. Well, I'm gonna be heading over there around, well, a bit after midday.
How do they tell the time in this world? Is there clocks? Is there
Look at the sun.
is there like a
There
sundial?
are some clocks, but they're rare and expensive.
There's sundials.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say, just after the sun's rested. Maybe enough time after for, let's say, 4 drinks. Then I'll be heading over there. I mean, you could just stay here if you wanted, and wait around.
I like to keep myself busy.
All right.
And he kind of swigs the drink that Pudley's come and deposited on the table. You notice that Pudley's done it in a he like walked along with his left hand behind his back, trying to be all like a fancy waiter. It's like, there you are.
Right, so for you, so there is a uniform, but obviously when you're, doing the other part of your job, you probably shouldn't wear it. Not that I have to tell you.
I got you, boss. Don't you worry. How about I go start scouting some premium junk locations?
Script wants to. Is there any sort of check he can do to see if this guy does seem pretty on it, but he wants to make sure he's not just a derp. Like,
Yeah. What's your perception modifier?
7.
He seems. You get the sense that someone who was very good, or like was making a living as a successful thief, wouldn't need to be scraped off the street, and probably wouldn't go around bragging about it to the person who's meant to be employing him in actual work. The guy looks young, and he looks quite fast. He's got, he's kind of fidgety. He's got quick looking hands, but you sense there's like a youth bravado that's probably doing a lot of the talking.
Seems capable, though. Scrick's not going to be here forever if it goes wrong.
Yeah, he's got 2 hands.
Scrick's
got a head.
problem. Yeah, Scrick likes.
Cool. He will head off. I'll leave him up here just to remind you, but he has now left the premises.
Scrick will turn around to Pudley and be like, "This is going real well."
Pudley will give you a big smile and a thumbs up, just like, oh, I wish I was the boss of people. Sounds great.
It's a hard job, but someone has to do it.
Okay. Next person who comes in doesn't even interface with Pudley. They just stride straight up to you with quite a very feminine, kind of a seductive stride, hips swaying, and a very striking individual. Purple skin, tiefling heritage, horns, white hair, and wears quite a low cut, like a white silk blouse, sleeveless, with colourful tattoos on display.
Damn, why does everyone seem so competent? No,
It's a colourful town. She sits down across from you, doesn't introduce herself, just sits down and looks you in the eye with a raised eyebrow, and just waits with a real air of confidence about her.
Militia sent you here, right? The steward?
Yes, that's right.
He looks around.
Didn't think you'd be sitting next to me if it wasn't for work, but anyway.
She leans across the table and reaches out, and you notice as she reaches out that both her hands and forearms are quite badly burned. It looks like there's long healed burn scars where the skin has been quite twisted from the burns. But she reaches out with a full confidence and not tugs, but caresses one of your large collar, one of the sides of your collar. She's like, "That's fine tailoring."
Well, I'm out about town. I've only been here one day, but so you gotta look the part, don't you? Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, the hat suits you. Makes you look tall and strong.
Well, That's what my mom used to say. Anyway, you looking to work in the scrap business?
That's right. I was told that you were the man to see.
That's right. How do you feel about wearing a tabard while you do your scrap collecting?
She kind of grimaces slightly. Can it be worn? Can it be worn how I like?
I assume
Customized?
so. Well, I imagine you could probably just cut the patch out and sew it onto your own clothes. I'm not that stringent about these things.
Perfect. And the pay?
Well, I was going to see how it goes. The idea is that the whole business is collect the junk up and resell it. I'll be covering your coven for a while. Until the
now-
business gets going, but
Is it performance based or a flat rate?
yeah, it's probably a flat rate combined with the commission of what you find if it's resellable.
I see. Well, there's a lot of interesting things to be found in the nooks and crannies of this town. She kind of like gazes out the window for a second, smiling.
Yeah,
to
there
herself.
is.
And he drinks out his fancy mug.
Yeah, she notices. She sees the bottom of it. It's like, oh, it's a fine piece you have there.
Well, when you're looking in weird places, you find weird things. Like me.
I like weird. So,
That's good.
when do I
um,
start?
Whenever you want to start, we're gonna go to the warehouse a bit after the highest point of the sun.
Where is this warehouse?
Where is it, Tom?
It's near Sailor's Berth.
Yeah, you'd say that.
Yeah. And how many will there be in our little crew?
Well, I've got one guy already. I mean, I think I'll get another person, and that should be all right.
I see.
It's only a small operation until we get going, you know.
Well, as much as I've thoroughly enjoyed our conversation, if you don't mind, I'll head down to the warehouse now. My name's Zassaria, by the way. And yours?
It's nice to meet you. My name's Detritus.
Oh, how fitting.
Yeah, it's a bit of a coincidence.
She smiles, says, I love coincidences, and winks, and then walks out of the inn.
Yeah. Script turns around.
There's a lot of weird people in this town. I never thought I'd want to work in the scrap business, but it's going well.
Maybe you're impressing them with the hat, and the look, and the talk. Sound all official.
I hope so.
Okay. I didn't roll for the last one because I wanted her to come through, but let's have a... You can literally roll any dice you like. We'll do evens and odds. See which of the last two you get coming through first.
Go this one. Never use it.
Okay. This one's different again, but rather than not talking to Puddly and just walking straight up to you, you just notice as you're kind of tapping your foot and waiting, it's been a few minutes now, you notice that the light in the room has dimmed slightly, and despite the art we have here, the windows aren't quite as open as this, and so a lot of the light comes through the open doorway. You look up to realize that the doorway's being blocked by a gigantic frame of a humanoid. You can see this is a knoll. The knoll there's a few things you'd notice immediately. The knoll looks strong, well muscled, but with a large paunch in the belly. The knoll seems to only have one hand. Their left forearm ends in what looks to be quite a nasty, ragged stump, which they don't bandage or cover up or anything. An old wound, it's not bleeding or anything. But with their right hand, they are chewing actively on what looks to be a very bristly piece of raw meat. Blood is dripping onto the floor, and they're just kind of standing in the doorway, wearing what can only be described as a very undersized shirt that's kind of been constricted into almost like a crop top around their pectorals, as they're just standing there gnawing on this piece of meat and vacantly looking around the inn.
Okay. Script would look over.
They don't enter by themselves.
Excuse me.
The ears kind of flick towards you, and the eyes slowly follow to you, and it continues gnawing. The gnoll just looks at you, doesn't respond.
We sent here by the steward.
Like slowly nods, continues gnawing on the meat.
Right, non-verbal. I like this. I like it. Would you like to have a seat?
Walks over, thud, 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 big frame. As he sits down, and the stool. I'm actually going to roll for this. Because that stool is going to struggle. Yep. As he sits down, the stool just shatters from underneath him, and you hear a little yelp from Pudley. It's just like, no, the cord stool! This figure just says to you, without breaking his stride as the stool breaks, and he's still large, like taller than you, sitting on the floor, just takes the meat out of his mouth for a second and just says very slowly, Silas.
Well, my name's Scrick. No, sorry, wait, just to try. You can call me whatever you want. But,
Boss.
yeah, I like that. Boss, I like that. You got any experience collecting, trash, Silas?
What?
Are you experienced in, finding things on the street and then taking them home?
Silas like takes the hunk of gristly meat out of his mouth for a second and like waves it at you. Found this.
I see. Well, the thing is, we're looking for things that you can't eat.
Just continues staring at you.
Cool. Do you know what a job is, Silas?
Get coin.
Yeah.
Do work.
Yeah, sounds about right. See, I was thinking maybe you could be a trash collector, but I'm thinking maybe you could be more of a guard. Do you know what guarding is?
Nod slowly.
See,
Continues chewing.
we got this warehouse, and I need someone who doesn't let other people who I haven't permitted in. Think you could do that?
Yeah.
What do you want to be paid with then, Silas?
Waves the meat at you again.
I mean, yeah. We're all hungry for profit. I know what you mean. So, deal is, I provide you with meat. You can sleep at the warehouse. You got it. Sound good?
Takes the meat out of his mouth, and for the first time, his large canine hyena-like head breaks into a large smile as he looks at you, and you can see that real like hyena grin. Yeah.
Nice. I just got to talk to Pudders quickly. Hey, Pudders!
Yeah.
What's the deal with someone breaking into your house or your domicile in this city? What if you kill them when someone breaks in? Is that legal?
Depends, doesn't it? Who you get from the sea walls showing up. Sometimes they'll take an interest. They've even sorted out a few crimes and seen the criminals punished. But a lot of the time, people just look after their own bit of community kind of thing.
That sounds vague enough to be good. Alright, Silas. You stay, Hey, Pudders, can you get some meat,
Yeah,
for me? Yeah.
And you put the coin down on the table.
yeah.
Silas,
heads-
we're gonna head over to the warehouse, but you sit here with me while we wait for more people, but, come over and, sit on this side of the table with me.
Stands up, walks over next to you, sits down on a chair next to you, or probably sits down on the table behind you, just gnawing away. You just hear this like constant sound of chewing and worrying at the gristly meat.
Sweet. Okay, well, you be good, Vera.
We're sort of wait for the next person.
So, probably watching this all going down, you would see, very much in contrast to Silas, a tabaxi, a catfolk. Quite portly, quite a large fellow.
Oh.
Comes and stands opposite you now that the stool has been broken, and does like a little bow. Very sharp, like these golden feline eyes. Just says, "My name is Kefri, and yours, sir?"
I'm Detritus Jones. I'm the official hygienist of the city. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is my bodyguard, Silas.
Kefri looks up at Silas, and there's like a slight like the fur raises slightly on this person's back. A pleasure. But the guard told me there was coin.
Oh yeah, I'm running a trash collecting business. The idea is to clean up the main shopping street.
Wonderful. Yes, I'm happy to do all of this, but I may need a little advance on the pay. There's a how do you say a debt. A debt. I have lots of debt. I need the money. Please.
How much money?
About 10 gold pieces.
Whoa, slow down there.
It is for a good cause. I had an amazing idea, but it went a bit wrong.
Thing is, Carefree, I don't know you and you don't know me. I don't know if you're gonna do the work. If you haven't done the work, you know.
I will do it. I will be the first up in the morning and the last to go in the evening. But please, if I don't pay these people, you will not have a worker anymore. There will be no more Kefri. There will just be little pieces of Kefri.
But I'll give you a deal. I'll give you.
And he puts the silver letter opener down on the table.
Mm-hmm.
As an advance. But you gotta tell me where you live.
Oh, it is in the. This is where not Kefri hesitating. This is literally Tom hesitating because they've got a proper name. The South Spray Streets. I live with a few others in a building backing onto the Dark Moon Woods.
How much would the silver letter opener be worth?
It is a pretty fancy silver letter opener. I would say probably about 5 gold pieces. So it's a lot you're pushing onto the table. But whether Kefri's aware of that, you don't know.
I have it. This silver letter opener worth 5 gold pieces.
Ah, that is.
But if you fuck me, I'll tell Silas where you live.
He points at Silas.
Kefri looks up at Silas, looks back down at the letter opener. Dear, I will work hard every day.
So it's a silver a day. So that's what 10 times 5. 50 days.
Yep. And remember, a month in Archivia is 15 days, so it's like 3 months and a week in Archivian time.
Tell you what, you do this. I'll give you this. You work for me for 45 days. And I'll let you take at the end of the week the best piece of junk that I approve of as well.
Blessings on you, Detritus. Thank you so much. You have saved my life.
Yeah, don't thank me just yet. We're gonna go down to the warehouse. I expect you to come along.
No, of course. I will not leave your side.
Perfect.
Okay. So you're taking all 4 of them along with you?
Yes.
Amazing. Pudley gives you a big grin and a thumbs up as you head down to the warehouse. What is it you're planning to do at the warehouse?
Just going to show everyone, introduce everyone to each other.
Cool. Yeah, the only recognition you'd notice is Zaciria rolls her eyes when she sees Evel, the thief.
Okay. Right. So he'd be like,
Evel, this is where you bring the stuff back to. Silas, you're gonna be guarding this place from anyone I don't want getting in. And anyone I don't want getting in is anyone who's not here. Except for guard. But Zacharia, you can be in charge of running this place.
Wonderful. Excellent choice.
Kefri, you're gonna be cleaning the the main street. There's tablets for everybody. I think they're going to be sent to me at some point.
Yeah, Skrik, as you're there at the warehouse, and the rest of the crew are doing the same, except for Silas, who doesn't seem to give a shit. They're holding their noses. It absolutely reeks of fish in various states of decay and just fresh fish as well. You notice at the warehouse there's a huge pile of discarded overalls, just stained to all hell with fish viscera, and have just been tossed in this huge pile. There's crates scattered around. It's an absolute mess here, and it stinks.
Right. Sorry about the smell. I'm going to say, Evel, you just go do your thing. Bring it back here. You're pretty much an independent contractor, but you're signed to me officially. You get that?
I won't let you down. I've got a perfect place in mind.
Sweet. Silas, anything you can do about fish? And then Kefri, better start cleaning this place up, and tomorrow you can start on the main shopping district.
Yes, boss. I will make sure it's clean.
Carrier, I want to see if you can find a way to get rid of all this shit without spending any money. Is that good?
I have a plan. Don't you
Yeah,
worry.
If you need any grunt work, get Silas or Kefri to help you out.
I'm well ahead of you. As she places, kind of caresses Silas's bicep.
Right. So, if anyone asks, this enterprise is called the Detritus Jones Enterprise Incorporated. Say you work for me, except for you, Evel. Don't say anything.
What was it? Detritus Jones
Enterprise Incorporated.
I'm renaming the folder in the journal. Perfect.
It's like, we don't need to get this, you know, I want to get it going, but... Oh, yeah, I've got to introduce you to my silent partner as well. He's basically going to be, keeping an eye out around here.
And he gets out. Oh no, she hasn't gone with him.
He's back at the inn, just in the room as far as you know.
I'll introduce you to him later.
Alright.
Right. Carefree, don't be going getting yourself killed now.
Don't worry, boss. I got this.
Cool. You all know what you're doing?
They're like nodding. Silas gives you a lingering look and a slow nod.
Can he do some sort of check just to make sure he thinks they know what they're doing?
Yep. You get the sense. You get the sense that despite their colourful appearances and like variety of personalities, these are people that were kind of scraped off the street. Giving Silas instructions beyond stand next to me may not be that successful. Evil, you think it's wise that you're telling him not to name drop you because things could go real bad for him. Kefri seems earnest, but just in a lot of shit. How that might work out,
I don't know
sure.
what the fuck Sicario wants out of this. I'm
Yeah,
very confused.
Yeah, she's an interesting one. You know that tieflings have a lot of kind of stories around them and their heritage. It's kind of a known thing that they have had at some point in their life contact from devils who exist in a different world to this, to your world.
Like in Seredas.
Yes, exactly. Whether that contact is ongoing, there is no way to know. Tieflings kind of walk with an air of mystery about them. Some people treat them very suspiciously, others think they're exotic and interesting. It's definitely kind of not a done thing to ask them about it. It would be seen as incredibly rude, but yeah, she's an interesting character. But she seems to be on board. You get the sense, you're feeling fairly insightful. You get the sense that there's some talent here, but it definitely needs some polish before it can bear any kind of fruit.
Just before he goes,
yeah,
he says to Evil, it's like,
no big rest today, Evil. Keep it low for now.
Oh, really, boss?
When you proved a few things, I'll give you permission. I just don't want to be tied up in something that I don't know how it's gonna go, you know?
Okay,
I only just met you.
I get it. So,
but if it goes well, then you'll have free reign.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I can prove myself. You won't be disappointed.
All right. So we'll see what happens today. Free day. I'm not paying you, so that's good. So we'll meet up tomorrow. See what gets done in the morning before we start again. And we'll assess from there. Right. So it's good to meet you all. Seems like you all know what you're doing, and well, if it goes well, then maybe we'll get some real junk out of this. And money, of course.
I'm looking forward to it. Says
Right.
this area.
Me too. Right. So, this is the base. Let's go!
and he claps his hands, and it's just like,
I'm not gonna be... There's a carriage! Just making sure it's working! I'm gonna go!
You do see her starting to instruct the rest of them. Evil kind of slinks off immediately, but this area starts to point to Silas to start moving things around, and you see he picks up the heaviest looking crates with ease. And Kefri kind of tags along behind and begins organizing things.
cool.
We shall see.
Well,
Cool.
he's not paying for today, so he feels that he can make a proper judgment tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he'd head back to fit in.
Excellente. Is there anything else from anybody else before we go to your evening rendezvous?
I don't know.
Only
I
if
thought
you could.
Hannah wanted to do
Yeah.
so.
Well, it's only if you can think of any questions to ask the bard. I've been trying. But I can't think of anything that wouldn't be like kind of invasive or intrusive. You know?
Couldn't you just be like, hey, we heard you were sighted going down into the ruins with one of the light bearers?
Yeah.
Did
I suppose
they?
we could do it. Not test the
We're
concept.
searching for them, you know. Do you know what they were doing? What's down there? Stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, could go do that then.
Okay. So you head down, and you quickly realize, and you'd remember this as well, so perhaps you might change what you're thinking, but you know that the bridges to the Gilded Isle are guarded by Mar militia folk. And that the way you got there before was being led through by a member of the militia. If you were just to head there by yourselves, you may be stopped.
Mm. I mean, if we knew that, probably wouldn't bother going.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we could ask if we really want to go in there. We could ask someone to, some of the militia, the one that we met at the beginning. But I don't know.
Couldn't we just go talk to that Aberris Usani woman?
Well, that's what I mean. I think. Yeah, I'm going to ask her. She'll give us a pass or something.
Yeah, totally up to you guys.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. So you head over to the militia house. You don't find the woman that you'd spoken to before. It seems like perhaps this is a day off for her, or perhaps she's out on task. But you do find the militia captain at the time is a half-elven man who kind of smiles at you, announces himself as Crest Captain Chauncey Marr, and places a big emphasis on the Marr at the end, and kind of waltzes out from behind the desk alongside you and just says, "Aren't you two just the is everybody here?"
Depends how long script took.
I think Squick's probably still chatting with his peeps. I'll say,
I'd be there.
yeah, Morrigan. Morrigan be there as well, or is Morrigan just chilling back at the inn? Morrigan.
Sorry, it was not letting me unmute myself. Yeah, I reckon Morrigan would be there.
So then you'd say 3. Aren't you 3 just the most intriguing little triad? You must be the Lumen folk who've travelled so far.
I suppose we are. Well, we came to ask a favour anyway. You know that area? Well, she would know the area and what it's called, but we're just looking to get a pass into there so we could speak to. Was it Charisse?
Oh, wow. To the Cloud Feather? That's very grand, lofty ideals. I like this idea.
Yeah. Do you know what we need to get in?
Darling, you just need me. The name will get us through wherever we need to go. Chauncey Marr, dear, as in Baroness Marr. She's a first cousin, it's no big deal.
Oh, well, that's easy then. I didn't think you'd be coming along yourself.
Oh, it's very boring here in the militia house. Sometimes I feel my talents are wasted, so of course, follow along, little lumens. As he begins to like stride out the front of the militia house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of
Yep.
marches along, makes a point of pointing out things as you walk past, like through the Lane of Wonders. He's like, "Oh yes, top floor of the 4th floor flourish. So out of season now. These people really need to get to Crucible more often." And he marches
I like
you.
this guy.
Yeah, he's great. marches you onto the gilded aisle, and he takes a big breath. He reaches up to one of the trees. He's like, "Oh, it's good to be back in a proper
Oh,
place."
yeah. A place. I suppose we're not in the guard's reach now. We can leave this person.
You can try, but he's still walking, and he's like, "Yep, Charisse, she just lives over here. Come along. I know it's all very big and scary."
Let's just
Yeah.
follow him. She'll
Mm.
Celia will kind of whisper to fuck. But why is my name Primrose? Fuck. Your name, the character name's going completely blank for me for a second then.
Yes.
She'll whisper to Primrose saying that.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we will. We will. I just don't really like this area.
You see him walk up stridently to the door and just knock 3 times heavily. It's like, "Crest Captain Ma! For Mistress Cloudfeather." And he turns around to you all with a big smile.
Celia gives him a shit-eating, like, thumbs up kind of deal, like, yeah, you're so great, mate.
he just completely soaks it up. The door opens behind him, and it's not opened by a servant. Instead, you do in fact see this figure of story that you've definitely heard about before. An owlin wearing purple robes with a hood round the back, a golden clasp in the front of her neck, built to look like a talon. You know that she famously plays a lute, like plucking at it with the talons. She regards you all with these golden orangey avian eyes for a moment before settling her gaze on Chansey and just says, "Mr. Ma, a pleasure as always." Chansey looks with a big smile, kind of still half looking at you guys, just like leaning towards Charisse, just like, "Yes, Charisse, always a pleasure on this fine old sin day. I've brought you some folk from Lumen. Can you believe that? All the way from rustic little Lumen." Charisse's eyes look over the rest of you. She looks back towards Chansey and just says, "Yes, you can go now." Chansey's smile kind of drops slightly. He's like, "Well, I suppose there's important militia business for me to attend to. My cousin's going to be back this afternoon."
Have fun with your
Charisse just
important
doesn't
militia
react at all.
business.
Yeah.
Chauncey.
Bye.
"Yes. Bye."
Bye,
Thanks
Chauncey.
for letting us in.
He strides off. And you're left standing, this person in the doorway.
Yeah. What's her name again? Cloudfeather.
Yeah.
Miss Cloudfeather. Well, we came to talk to you. Just hopefully it's not too much of a problem or too much of your time.
Not at all. Please, let us not wait in the doorway. Come in. As she stands to one side and opens up this large white winged arm, beautiful snowy white feathers, and she invites you all into her home.
Oh, thank you very much. Do you mind if I sit down?
Please come through the reception room.
Yep.
And you see the
Walks in.
walls
Celia.
are covered with various fine pieces of art, musical fare, finely wrought instruments hanging from the walls. But there's also bows and arrows, hunting trophies mounted upon the wall as well. There's this kind of interesting intersection between music, hunting, adventure, and so forth.
Celia just whispers to Gwillem, saying, they've got a reception room.
Gwyn's just like, "Yeah?"
She kind of like retreats a bit after that.
And Gwilyn
this
eventually
is-
would be like, "Oh yeah, you don't have a separate area."
Well, this is very nice in here. I like all your trophies and instruments.
Ah, thank you. Yes, they all tell a tale. It has been an incredible life, but they are
Make it sound like you're
trinkets.
dying.
No, but sometimes when you've spent time out on the road, perhaps you discover this yourselves. Coming from all the way from Lumen, it is a long way. The roads can be dangerous. Sometimes when you're in a place like this, kind of gestures out a nearby window, it can feel very sedate compared to adventure.
Yeah. This is my first time leaving Loom, and it's certainly been quite different in the city.
She kind
Quite
of,
quite noisy, if anything.
her eyes narrow slightly, and you recognise that, with no lips. It's you can see her smile, the crinkling at the edges of her eyes. She says, "I'm so very excited for you. What is your name?" "Mine is Charisse Cloudfeather."
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I wouldn't have come here without knowledge of Charisse Cloudfeather, but my name's Primrose Meadow, and this is I don't actually know your last name. Celia.
Brunt. Celia Brunt.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
"And you, madam? The mysterious,
Same.
if I'm not mistaken, an eternal elf?"
Feet.
Perhaps at one time.
"I see. There must be an interesting story there. May I know your name?"
Morgan Fate Weaver.
"A pleasure. What brings you to my abode, oh venturers from Lumen? It is a
Oh,
beautiful village. I spent some time there many years ago now."
oh well, if you don't mind, we'll get right into what we came to ask. Well, we'd actually quite like to hear one of maybe your more recent stories. We heard from oh my god, names.
There are a lot of names.
They're about Orc friend that he saw a group of people going down into the ruins nearby, and maybe you were one of them. Just wondering what you went down there for, if you saw anything. We know you went with or no, you went separately, didn't they? Jagged Filter.
Yeah, he saw them arrive separately, but within 5-10 minutes of each other, kind of thing.
Okay. Well, we know that Jagged Filtria went down there. We were wondering if maybe you saw her, or if you went down there at the same time.
Could I have... What is Morrigan, Celia's, and yours, Primrose's perception modifier?
8.
Dunno, you'll have to give me a second so I can find it.
And Celia?
Just finding it. 7.
7. 7, 8. And Morrigan? Look as well.
Yeah, you'll probably find it quicker than me with my slower
Okay.
flat.
Interesting. Charisse responds. Of course. Yes, the light bearers themselves came through. Must be, what, 2-3 weeks ago now?
Yeah, roughly.
Yes. They are old friends. Particularly Filtria. We are hunting companions from long ago. Amarea, Miss Grindstone, is a wonderful bard. Shared a performance while they were here. But yes, I suppose your friend must have seen myself and Filtria meeting in the ruins. I wanted to show her the pre-Exodus stonework that is down there. It is most intriguing. And Morrigan, you notice that it's subtle, but when Primrose started talking about tell me about a recent story, you went down to the ruins, there was a tensing of this person's like body, and you could find it very easy to believe that they were a consummate hunter in their time, because the tensing was like a poise, like a threat poised. But as Primrose continued with her question, and she mentioned Filtria, Charisse Cloudfeather, the woman in front of you, relaxed again. Only Morrigan noticed this.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she seems to be kind of half addressing Primrose at the moment, and she's answered your question, Primrose.
Yeah. We were. Well, we just heard something about Filtria, really, and so we just mostly wanted to know kind of more what's down there. What about the stonework is interesting? Out of curiosity.
Oh, it's quite incredible. And she stands casually and walks to like a nearby like a side table thing, pulls out a drawer, takes out what looks to be a very small piece of see-through green glass, like a little sharp shard of glass, brings it back over to you, kind of cradled gently in her hand. Says, it might not look like much, but I have seen evidence below in the ruins that this glass, when connected to the stone, can have fascinating properties, almost like magic itself. It can move, and it's almost like it's alive.
Oh wow!
But
Do you
tell
think-
me, what have you
Yeah.
heard about Filtria?
Just that. Well, we're the reason why we've left the Lumen at the moment is partially because the light bearers have gone missing. We're on our way to a bit more north to have a look, see where they've gone. But so far, all we've heard is that we've seen Filtra was seen in the ruins. So we're just curious as to maybe why she went down there. It wasn't really part of the light bearers' mission initially. So
It is awful news. Light bearers are firm friends.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. We went down into the ruins, the two of us, and I showed her some of the stonework. There are beautiful frescoes on the stone down there. I showed her some of the glass. I simply wanted her opinion on puzzling mystery.
Do you? Well, that's quite interesting. Well, we kind of plan to go down there to just check it out anyway, just in case there's any sign of what may have happened. But if you say this glass can interact with the stone, I'd be quite curious to try it myself if there's any going spare.
Much of it has been picked over, I'm afraid, but if you're particularly interested, perhaps I could guide you on a viewing of the ruins. Would be my pleasure as a favor to the people of Lumen Village.
Doesn't sound dangerous at all. Yes. Yeah, that would be really good actually. I don't think we would have a clue about our way around. Do you go down there often?
Not so often anymore. I find my days whiling away with time spent in the pool of renewal and trying to keep myself ticking along with writing and music. But it would be a welcome break and a chance to stretch my wings once more. Perhaps tomorrow morning?
Yeah, that's when we were planning to go. Well, if it's not too much trouble anyway.
Of course not. I can.
I was a little bit worried about the cave-ins and things, so it's good to have another pair of eyes.
Of course, I will make sure you are all perfectly safe. Morrigan, your hackles are up. Like
Yeah.
Revna right now, if Revna's in the tattoo or if Revna's next to you, he's not growling audibly. He's not an idiot, but you can feel he's like something
Yeah.
ain't right here.
Okay. Terrifying.
But the conversation with Primrose is pleasant in every way. That's
Primrose
Outward.
suspects nothing.
yeah. Well,
But Hannah does.
perhaps we could make a morning of it. I could don't want to assume, but if you wanted, I could perform. It would be good to have a fresh set of ears.
Oh,
I've
that
been
would be
working on
amazing.
Working on a new song.
Oh wow, a new song from Charisse, the legend. That'd be amazing. I'd be honoured.
You would be the first to hear it.
Wow. You can see that Primrose getting kind of excited about the prospect of that, and you can see she's slightly jittery in place.
Incredible.
Whenabouts? In the morning? Tonight? We do have a meeting tonight, but we can come after.
No. We'll put it all together, and in the morning, I'll come and collect you from the Salty Knucklebone.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Wait, we never said we were staying at the Salty Knucklebone.
Does Celia say that?
Yeah, no, Celia would say that.
My apologies. I had heard that travelers from Lumen were staying at the Knucklebone. It is the only inn here in Sea Spray. I simply assumed, but forgive me, perhaps that was rude. And Morrigan, you can see that tensing again when Celia says about this. But
Okay, I'm probably gonna maybe. Would Primrose be next to me, or would anyone be sat next to me?
you're all sat down in this very nice reception area, very well made and kept and clean. Trophies on the walls, all sorts.
So if a friend is sitting next to me, to Morgan, probably nudge them and sort of point at Revna and be like, and sort of subtly be like, be on the lookout. What's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
Can I?
So you kind of coordinate telepathically with Revna, so that
Mm-hmm.
as your companions kind of glance over, they can see Revna's got like a warning look.
Can I
So
see?
you are
if,
both put on guard.
Can I see if, based on the fact that what she said about us and the Salty Knucklebone,
Mm-hmm.
if there's any difference that I notice now, like perception-wise?
Yeah. I do need to keep these secret, I'm afraid.
No, that's fine. It's just
Okay. Celia, you notice that despite Morrigan being quite subtle, this figure of legend, seems very sharp. And for just a moment, instead of the kind of pleasant, comfortable atmosphere that she's projecting towards Primrose as the primary kind of person in the conversation, then by extension to the rest of you, it's like the thinnest moment where that veneer breaks and her eyes, or in fact it would be, because she's an owl, her head like twitches slightly to look at Revna for a second, and it's the look of a predator wanting to kill their prey. But they snap back to Primrose, and it's barely noticeable. Like, it's the tiniest little like twitch. If you didn't know any better, you would have just thought you'd like made it up. But yeah, your like warrior instincts, Mother Bear's teachings, that all kind of, there's a feeling in your gut of like, we're in danger.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach at least reach down towards my cold iron dagger, so it's
Yep.
I've got it ready, sort of thing.
Primrose is none the wiser.
Yeah.
And continues to smile at this owling.
She continues as well and just says, well, perhaps until tomorrow then I can work on the song now. Little Primrose, why don't you hold on to this for me as a keepsake until tomorrow? She holds out the little green shard of green glass to you.
Oh wow, yeah, I'll keep it safe, especially if we're gonna use it tomorrow. That'll be really interesting to see. Don't let me. I'll prepare some vegetables maybe for us tomorrow as well, because I think, just as a something nice for your hospitality today.
Oh, that's very kind. If you have anything from the fields of Lumen, I fondly remember the evenings of food I had there.
Oh, I may have some left. Yeah, maybe. I'll check in my room later.
Celia's
Wonderful.
Celia's gonna say, "Oh, how long ago did you visit Lumen?"
Oh, there's many years now since I've gone. Maybe 25 cycles or so. You all would have been very young,
What
except perhaps you.
was something like Certain's Goods still there that long ago?
There was a general store, but I don't think Certain would have been running it.
What would have been another place that would have definitely been there like 25 years ago?
The Lens Mill, the Cracked Lens Inn,
Crack lens in, okay.
Perky Prill would have been there.
No, let's go with the crack lens in, and she's gonna say, what's she gonna call it instead? She's just gonna say, oh, did you have a good time at the focal point? The inn, focal point inn.
The head, the owl kind of twist focuses on you, Celia. Kind of locks eyes with you. Says very deliberately, "Oh, it must have changed names since I was there. It was the Cracked Lens when I visited before. It was a wonderful evening of merriment. I performed some of my earlier works."
Oh, well, I guess I'm too young to know it by that name.
Primrose still doesn't suspect anything, but 25 years ago, at least her grandparents might have been there, or somebody might have been there. Mum, dad, maybe.
Yeah.
Should I see if she would have remembered any of their stories that they would have told about this owl?
Yeah.
Or come into loop.
You would remember many stories told of Charisse Cloudfeather.
Yeah.
None of them involved her coming to Lumen.
Okay. She would probably briefly mention it as. Well, I've heard many stories of you, Charisse. My parents must have missed you when you visited last then. I've never heard any stories of you coming to Lumen before. But they would be sad to know that they missed you.
I am sorry. It was a swift visit, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Often my work keeps me on the move.
Oh, that's a shame. They're going to be really sad when I tell them.
Perhaps after our meeting tomorrow, I could provide them with something, a signed sheet of music or similar for you to take back to your parents.
Oh, wow. Yeah. They would love that. Yeah, that would be amazing. I'll definitely get extra Lumen vegetables for that as well.
That's wonderful to hear. Well, I shan't keep you any longer.
No. We don't want to be a burden.
Not at all.
But yeah,
Stands up.
we better go. Hands up as well.
Yeah. See you for the meeting.
Yes. See you tomorrow morning. She kind of stands next to the door, poised next to it.
Goodbye. She like waves a little joyous wave as she leaves the room, and then out the door.
Farewell, little Primrose. Cool. You find yourself stood in the Gilded Isle as the door closes behind you.
Oh, that was a nice meeting.
I don't trust her as far as I could throw her.
Oh, why not? She seemed nice. She gave us this little sparkly rock.
She knew we were staying in the salty knucklebone, but we never said that.
No, but I guess word goes around when new people come in. I don't know. I don't know how cities work really.
I don't know.
Well,
Something
if
seemed-
somebody famous, if somebody not famous was staying at Lumen, we would know about it straight away, even if they were not famous.
Something seemed off about her. Did no one else notice anything?
No.
Morrigan, do you
Oh.
tell the others?
Yeah, for sure. Ravna was giving me some really bad vibes while she was there. Yeah, there's something kind of off about her. I can't put my finger on what it was.
Oh. I guess I just. I don't know. I guess I just didn't really pick up what was off. Do we know? This is all as we're walking away. I'm assuming, like
Yeah.
far away.
Well, it was Morrigan that got most of it, so it depends what she says.
Well, I'm not sure if she got anything other than just a bad vibe, right, Tom?
You got a sense of, and Celia had a flash of this towards the end as well, of like, because she was portraying herself as this very gentle, the kind of bardic side, talking about performing and so on. But whereas you got flashes of the hunter, and there were like flashes of threat. And you also, in particular, Morrigan, you noticed that she seemed suddenly very tense when Primrose mentioned that she'd been seen going down into the ruins, but then softened when Primrose was like, "Oh, and we're interested in that because of Filtria." You definitely, and
Yeah.
Celia as well, you both got a sense that a lot of what she said was definitely not the whole truth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds to me like she's been going down there and she wanted it to be secret for a reason. But what reason? I don't know. Nobody knows.
Well, weren't the light bearers at the ruins at one point? Wasn't that something to do with them?
Yeah, Filtria
Yeah.
was seen going down there. And you also know, which Primrose didn't mention to Charisse, it was pretty big, that one of the light bearers was concerned about Filtria for having these like scarlet vials of liquid. So there's some worries about Filtria, and Filtria was seen going down to the ruins with 2 other people, whereas Charisse just said, I went down there with Filtria and it was just the 2 of us.
Yeah. Primrose purposely hasn't really been mentioning the vials because she doesn't know their relevance. But also,
Surely she would have picked up on the
light
fact that she said
bearers
2, though.
more- Sorry?
Surely the Primrose would have been like, oh yeah, she did say she went down there with just Filtria, but I heard she went down with Sartra's Varlin as
Oh.
well.
That was just Hannah didn't notice that at all.
Yeah, I know, but surely Primrose would mention that now, right?
Oh yeah, should mention it now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
there's
she
definitely
went-
things that don't add up.
She went down there with Sartra's Varlin?
Yeah.
Okay, I really don't trust her now.
These are all good points. I don't really know what to do about that though. She's coming with us tomorrow now.
Yeah, we need a plan B. We need to get.
Unless we leave before she gets there.
I think we're walking into a trap now.
But a trap for what?
I don't know. But If we're the only people, as far as she's concerned, who knows that she went down there and she's trying to keep that secret, she's wrapped up in this Varlin stuff. We
No.
need to get to Skrick and tell him ASAP.
Or if you think there's danger from people knowing that she went down there, I said Baronet's name. Maybe he's in trouble too.
You said whose name? Sorry.
Derabat's name. She mentioned that he was the one that saw her go down there.
She probably.
Well, I'll let you change this if you want to, Hannah, because it might just be I've put a lot of names into Seaspray and it all gets kind of muddled. Cadsworth, the Loxodon guy, the elephant guy,
I was
is the
gonna
one
say.
who told you about seeing people go
right,
down.
yeah.
Derabat
Okay.
is the one who said about Ripel's concern with the red vials that Filtria had. So would Primrose have said Cadsworth?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, rather than Derabat. So
Yeah,
now you'd be
probably,
worried
yeah.
about having name dropped Cadsworth.
Okay, so it was Cadsworth that saw them, and Darabat that
Said about the concern with
said
the
about
vials.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, change. Yeah, she would have said Cadsworth. Then.
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah, I better go. Maybe tell him he needs to find another place to sit for a while.
I think, I think we need to just
Yeah.
just go find Skrick. Let's tell him what's going on, and we can come up with a plan. We're supposed to be finding what's going on with Sartris. If we can head Sartris off first, then maybe Charisse won't have the backup she might expect. I don't know.
Will she expect backup? I mean, I don't really know what she wants.
She's
If this
working
is-
with Sartris. What do you think? This is all connected now. Can't you see that?
I can see it's connected, but I don't really know why or what they're doing.
She
or-
lied. She said she went down with Filtria into these ruins. You said that Derabat was worried about Filtria. They've done something to her. They've done something to the Lightbearers. Both of them.
But they were seen leaving, though, the Lightbearers.
They've done something to them. Maybe they cursed them. Maybe that's why they haven't come back. They got back out on the road and they were cursed. And something's happened to them.
Maybe. So do you think that that's the danger? If we go down there, we're going to be cursed?
I think we need to find Skrick. I think we need to get everyone together and talk about this. I think we need to stop Varlin first. We need to
Okay.
accelerate our plan this evening. We need to get Skrick to get Varlin in the room with him, and then
Well,
we
have this glass shard thing now. We could go down tonight without her.
No, we don't know what's down there. It might be cursed.
Well, if she's not down there, how's she gonna curse us?
Because something might be down there that's cursed. Something happened to Filtria down there. We need to find Varlin first. If we can get him and we can lock him down, we can interrogate him like we did his crony.
Okay, we could do that. Let's go tell Skrick.
We can find out what happened, what they've done to the Lightbearers. We can find out what Charisse is trying to trap us with, what they've got planning. I think getting Skrick in a room with Varlin, and we've got an opportunity here. And Skrick's smart. He can figure it out. He can talk his detritus, wordplay, and he can get Varlin in a room with him. I'm sure he can.
Okay. So first things, we need to go find Varlin.
Yeah.
And then we see what we can get. See what we can find out from him.
Yeah, we need.
Hopefully, it's a lot.
We can't go down there without knowing what we're getting ourselves into.
Yeah. I guess the point of going down there was to find out, which is the only problem. But we could try with Varlin first.
Absolutely. Let's go.
Rushes off to the inn.
Straight to the inn.
Straight to the inn.
Head back to the inn. You would find Script. I think it's a roughly equal amount of time taken, so you all kind of convene back at the Salty Knucklebone.
Nice.
And you find each other there.
Feel script
Can you-
in on all the things.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not going down in them ruins then.
Well,
Not unless
maybe.
we want to get cursed.
Well, we don't know if it's a curse, but
Well, if we're going to go down there, we need more information first.
yeah. But going down there was the point of was the purpose of to get information. But if we can get some information from Varlin first, that would be ideal.
What do you think's down there?
All we
Answers.
know
To
is
what?
Filtria went down there and she came back out and she was infatuated with blood or something. Like that's not Filtria. If this cloud feather, she's sneaky. Like, you know, she might have tricked Filtria into going down there. She lied about a bunch of stuff. She could have manipulated Filtria into going down there, and then what if Filtria's been cursed and now she's got some, I don't know, what is this blood or red liquid or whatever it is? Like, something's going on, and that at least they are responsible in some capacity. The fact they went down together and she lied about it, that means something. This is all connected.
Do you think this is why the light bearers went missing?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But the light bearers were seen leaving. Though.
It doesn't
I think they went
matter.
missing here.
I told you, Primrose, they left, but they're probably cursed with something.
Okay.
They've done something to them.
I mean, I guess it could be anything. It could be not what did it, but it don't sound good either way.
What if they've messed with Filtria's mind and then Filtria's done something to the rest of the light bearers?
This is
Sounds
just a
like-
lot of assumptions, though.
I
It
don't-
is, but it sounds worth having a look at.
And it's not an assumption that she lied to us about, and she's working with Sartris. If she went down there together with him, she's bad. She's evil. We know Sartris is evil. If she's working with him, then
But then, why did Filtria go down there with him? Is she evil too?
no, she's a light bearer. Light bearers aren't evil. She must have
That's
have
what I mean,
cursed her. They've done something. They've manipulated her. Charisse is smart. If she could have lured Filtria down there, and Sartris could have been waiting with whatever cursed stuff he's got going on down there. You heard her talk about some kind of stuff on the glass. I don't know what that is. That sounds like stuff out of horrible tales my grandma would tell me.
Alright, we'll do this meeting, see what happens, and then we'll decide if we want to go down and get cursed.
I hope it's not a curse.
It could be anything, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I think we just need to focus on getting Varlin, right? Script, do you think you can sweet talk whoever this is? Maybe Varlin shows up. If not, then see if you can get him in the room with Varlin. Say you won't talk to anyone but the boss. Say you're the big boss or something. I don't know.
Are you going to listen to what happened with my day first?
Celia lets out a big sigh and of relief almost, and it's like, yeah, I need a drink.
Oh, I need to go tell Cadsworth. I'll come back. I'll come back.
Be careful.
Primrose runs off to tell Cadsworth.
Primrose.
Yep.
As you get to the woods, your forgotten the name, Harangon. Your Harangon ears kind of prick up, and you feel like you're being watched
Yeah.
as you step into the woods. Do you continue?
She holds up Dandy to the woods. Do you feel that, Dandy?
You can see his little leaves pulled in a bit and slightly shaking.
I don't know. Maybe he's somewhere else. Maybe he's not here. And she's not going in the Bollywoods. What?
Turn
Yeah.
back around. Head back to the inn.
Yeah. Oh, Cadsworth, though.
He'll be fine.
Oh,
He's a capable gentleman.
gonna be dead with an arrow in his head.
Maybe.
Gonna go walk about town, see if she can hope to find him. But yeah.
Yeah, you wander around for a while, but do not see any sight of Cadsworth.
We should go back to the inn.
Okay.
I couldn't find him, and kind of scary in the woods now. No, with all this curse thing, and felt like someone was there watching me, and it was all horrible.
They're on to us. We need to move fast. Maybe if we move quick, then maybe maybe Charisse can't talk to Varlin first. If we can beat, that's our advantage. They know we know. She knows we know.
Yeah. But she knows we know, and she's gonna keep an eye on us. Then what do we do about that?
We have to get to Varlin before she can.
Okay.
Which
Maybe.
is maybe not likely, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we get lucky.
Maybe we can go see if we can find the representative if he's here already. Maybe we can get an early appointment or something.
I don't know. I don't think that's going to work. I think it gives away too much. If we just have to hope, and maybe if Varlin was going to come along himself, then maybe he's too busy to see Charisse.
When was the last time Varlin was seen?
You don't know for sure. The best information you've had was from one of his enforcers, the one you questioned at the barn, where she said that he has been seen living it up on the Gilded Isle with other fancy friends. But you weren't given like a time, what have you? And Kicktrin said that he does sometimes come to the shop, but it's usually an enforcer or a representative.
So we don't know when Varlin was last seen. He could be deadums in a bush as well.
There's a lot of questions, yeah.
Well, let's go to the meeting, because it's the only fucking thing that Celia thinks is the option of doing.
Yeah.
Should we find Cadsworth?
I hate to tell you this, Primrose, but if you told her that he saw them, she might have already.
Yeah, but
he might already be dead.
It's only been what, a couple of hours. He can't be dead already. I've got to warn him.
We have to stick together.
Oh. Maybe he's okay.
We can't risk going in the woods. We don't know how strong she is.
No, Primrose just sits there. She just got her ears down and she's kind of, I guess we can just wait then.
We just have to go to the meeting and stick to the first plan.
Okay. What's her name? Patty.
Patty. Yep.
She'll just briefly go over to Patty and say, "See Cadsworth, you let me know straight away, okay? I'm kind of worried about him now."
Oh, I'll let you know. You're the one who encouraged him to come and start poking around back here again.
Yeah, my bad. But also kind of good if he's poking around. Hopefully, he's still.
He's been trying for it. So.
When was the last time he tried?
Earlier this morning.
Okay. Maybe he's around here somewhere.
I'll keep an eye out.
But yeah, I guess we're waiting for the meeting now.
It is further along in the afternoon, so you're starting to see high fire lower down in the sky. I think it's probably time to get yourselves ready to go. There was a bit of commotion outside. We don't necessarily need to roleplay or engage with it that much. You would quickly come to realise it is the return of the Baroness. Baroness Saltina Mar. There's a bit of a kind of to-do as her carriage rolls in down the Lane of Wonders before diverting towards the Gilded Isle. Some people kind of cheer, people come out from the shops and kind of clap, others just kind of roll their eyes and shake their head. She seems like a bit of a divisive figure here in Sea Spray. But you watch the carriage taken over to the Gilded Isle, towards the Mar Manse, the big building where you saw Abaris Susani before. If there's anything any of you want to do to engage with that, let me know. But otherwise, that's just an update. And we'll move to the evening.
Crick would just be like, "Yes, my boss."
Hey, boss! Okay. So, we get to the evening. Dusk is beginning, the twilight kind of hour. What's the plan?
All right, tell me the plan.
Go to the meeting, talk to the guy, follow him back, see if we can find Varlin.
So,
Kidnap Varlin.
who's going inside? Who's staying outside? What's the plan?
Well, Skrick is the one that made the meeting, so I think he has to go talk to the guy.
Yeah.
I guess you could have Revna follow, right? We could be waiting outside and have Revna follow with her nose.
Like Revna inside the
at a
shop?
distance.
Yeah, we should just the
No.
rest
Oh,
of
like Revna sniffing
fine.
around outside?
So like when the meeting finishes, like if we need to tail him, we can from a distance with Revna's
Okay.
nose, sort of thing.
we,
Yeah.
we should also not be too far from Skrick.
No.
Like we can't just leave him stranded. We should
No.
like we should really just be across the street if possible.
Well, this is why I think we should. I think maybe at least one of us goes in the room with him, and then we can have two people outside, and then Revna on wait get his scent to follow him from a distance, and then we can all follow him, 4 of us at a distance.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't like the idea of leaving Skrick in a room alone with people who might fuck him up.
Well, that's why I said maybe one person goes in with him.
Okay, I'll go in with him.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the time has come. Skrick, you walk into the shop.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to
Yep.
make sure Lorik is watching over the
Gwilyn?
Gwilym particularly, yeah.
Yeah. And the rest of you are you like around the nearby wall? Are you across the
Yeah.
street? Are you
Probably nearby the shop, probably like around the corner, near the sort of, so we can sort of, if we can, get like a view of the back and front, see where he goes.
Yes, you could potentially have someone kind of on this side of the wall, the other person on this side of the wall, still within viewing range of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
one person viewing the back, one person viewing the front, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. It's mostly just see where he first goes so we can get a scent for Revna.
Okay.
But should also hand Dandy to Celia, so she can have Dandy in her backpack.
Okay.
Not that he does anything, but except
Good luck.
to me maybe.
Okay. And Lorik watching over Gwilyn. I've assumed as well that private conversations are held with Lorik out of earshot. Okay, cool. Skrick, you enter into the shop. You can see the shop has been closed now. It's come to dusk, but as you kind of walk up, a quite eager-looking Kicktrin opens the door for you. She says, "Come in, come in."
It's good to see you.
Very good to see you. How has your day gone?
Well, just started a new little venture today, and you could say that it's a promising start.
Wow, that's very exciting to hear. I'm happy for you. Does your friend need to be here? She kind of looks up at Celia.
Celia doesn't reply and just looks intimidating.
I don't know, really. Are there things that might be discussed that we need to be alone for?
She kind of smiles. Well, remember I was doing it with a slightly Frenchy accent. Well, I was looking forward to some time just with the veritable detritus Jones, but if your friend needs to be here, please step inside.
Well, okay then. Come on in, bodyguard.
She just nods
Yeah.
and follows in.
She leads you inside. You can see that the lamps have kind of been lowered a little bit, like mood lighting. So many of the animals are kind of snoozing away or quietened down from the bustle of earlier. She invites you back into once more that kind of curtained off office area. As the curtains come back, you can see that some candles have been lit on the desk. And she kind of gestures for you to sit down. She doesn't gesture for Celia to go anywhere in particular. She kind of seems to leave that up to Celia and to you, Scrick. But she sits at her desk. Just says, well, the representative, or perhaps even Mr. Varlin himself, will be here very shortly. They usually come in through the back door, so be through. And she points. There's like another set of curtains on the other side of her office space. That leads into the back of the shop. They usually come in through there.
Scrick would have bought a bottle of wine from the pub, and he'd get it out, and he's like,
Bodyguard, would you please pour us a glass?
Oh yeah, Celia will do that.
Picturing immediately brightens up, and she's like, "Oh, yes, I have some glasses." She brings out 2 glasses, places them on the table, and actually, for the first time, I think, smiles up at you, Celia. You see her eyes crinkle behind the kind of veil she wears on her face. Well, do you have my records, Mr. Jones?
I've got him right here.
he put them down.
Thank you. I hope everything was in order.
Yes, perfectly arranged and up to date.
Wonderful.
I did notice a few things in there, but I'll keep it quiet.
I knew I could rely on you. She kind of smiles and leans forward a bit towards you, Scrick, but as she does, you hear a loud thumping at the back door. Morrigan, I'm assuming you're with Revna kind of keeping an eye on the back door of the shop. You've seen a figure walk up. From this distance, the man is clearly humanoid and doesn't look particularly descript. Certainly doesn't look orcish, and you know Sartris Varlin is orcish. So this doesn't look like Sartris Varlin. The figure looks quite rugged, wearing leathers, kind of a thick jacket as well. What? Yeah, you told me, or I looked at your perception modifier before.
5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're not sure. Wearing shabby clothes, well, not shabby, but well-worn clothing. Strides up to the back door and thumps on the back, and you get kind of that low, telepathic growl from Revna.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Yeah.
Guys, Revna's giving me the wink.
You're on your own at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? Why did
Yeah,
I assume I was with
currently-
everyone else?
To make
Oops.
it kind of clearer. Where is? Oh God, I've lost all your tokens. Celia's inside with Scrick, but in terms of outside, Morrigan, you're poised like here. On the edge of
sorry,
that wall with Revna, and Primrose is currently at the other end of this wall.
Primrose probably with Gwilyn. Is that Hadozi guy still following us?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
He's looking after Gwilyn. Oh, I haven't changed Gwilyn's token either, so I'm not going to drag them out of my shame. But yeah. So you could talk to Primrose, but you'd kind of need to like scamper over and talk to her.
Nah. I
Or
will
you
just.
could, like, yeah,
Can she see me?
Yes, you can definitely see each other.
She'd probably sort of signal at her, and just be prepared.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
Very cool.
Primrose intently looks for a signal for Morrigan to go in.
Cool. Prepped and ready. Back inside, the thump on the door is met with Kictrin kind of startling out of her, starting to immerse herself in a moment with you, Skrick. It's like, oh, my apologies. I must not keep them waiting. She goes out the curtain at the back of the office. You can hear her moving to the door, and you hear the jangle of keys. She's going to unlock the door at the back. You have maybe a moment between you and Skrick, Celia, if there's anything that's going to pass between you.
Don't know who it is.
No, we need to just wait and see, basically.
So, jangle of keys, the unlocking of a lock, heavy door swings open, and you hear Kictrin saying, "Please, come on in. He is here." As she leads a heavy-booted figure, you hear the heavy boots striding through the back room. The curtain is moved aside once more, Kictrin leading the way, then holding the curtain open for a human man. Looks to be in his late, kind of middle-aged to late middle-age, grey hair, very rugged, well-worn face, facial features, hair quite unkempt, thick leather underneath the kind of what looks like a well-worn, perhaps even like a waxed kind of cotton, built for function and purpose rather than looking good, set of dark clothing over the top. He eyes you up, Skrick, and then his eyes linger on Celia for a moment. And he just says, "Mr. Jones, pleasure to meet you."
It's a pleasure to meet you too, Mr.
Hang on. The name's Riv Dell. You can just call me Dell.
Alright, Dale. You can just call me Detratus.
Oh, I appreciate that. I hear you needed to speak to a representative of Mr. Varlin.
That's right.
Kind of sits down on a chair next to you, and Kictrin takes like a moderating position in a chair just still next to her desk.
We
Might
just
I
want
ask why?
We just want to make sure everything is above board here. It looks all fine by the paperwork, but it'd be interesting to meet the man himself behind this operation. It is quite impressive.
Well, we appreciate the compliment, but I'm ever so sorry. Mr. Varlin is a very busy man. He sends me out to take the meetings that he can't possibly squeeze in himself, but if the paperwork is all in order, then I don't really see what the problem could possibly be.
Well, there's no problem now. It's just, well, you know, from one man to another, it's nice to see who's done such a great job.
Well, of course, I would make sure to bring you his best compliments. And this is, as he kind of looks up at you, Celia.
This is my bodyguard. Would you care for a glass of wine?
Oh, no, that's quite all right. Am I right in thinking you took a little walk earlier today? As he's looking at you, Celia. Over to the Gilded Isle.
Can't say I've ever been over there. Looks nice, though.
His eyes narrow. What is your deception DC?
I got 0 in it, so
That should be 10.
10.
Right. Well, considering what a day has gone past, perhaps we could make an exception just this once, Mr. Grumman. Kit, if you
Miss Jones, Grumman was my mother's name.
of course, as he smiles.
Celia's.
Perhaps you should step outside, Kick. As Kick's like, are you sure? Yes, we're very sure. As you begin to hear the sound of footsteps coming from the room that you passed through to head into this office.
He's already here, isn't he?
I think that might be the case. Kick moves through the curtain back out, and Rivdale moves quite visibly to stand in front of that curtain.
Celia's already drawn a sword.
Oh, okay.
Scrick hasn't. Scrick's still sitting at the desk with his wine.
Riv smiles as the sword is drawn and just says, "Oh, I like a bit of fight. Makes the hunt a lot more interesting."
Well, we can talk about this while we're getting carried away.
The curtain on the other side parts, and you see an orcish man. Again, kind of grey hair, this time a lot more neat, slicked back, quite greyish tone of complexion as well. Very nondescript looking, average in build, but very intelligent eyes. Immediately sizes up the scene, and you notice that the curtain wasn't opened by him. Another figure, this one a very muscular and tall looking woman, has pushed aside the curtain for the man you assume to be Sartris Varlin. Celia, what are you doing in this moment?
She just says to Scrick, like, fuck, what would she even say? This is a trap. So she just say to Scrick, get to the others. Now!
And I want to talk to this guy.
She's just gonna put herself between Scrick and the rest of them.
Oh.
Do they yell out for us or not?
Does Celia yell? Does it seem like Strick is?
Celia yelled pretty loud when she said now, like that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Well, with that then, I will say I'm going to move us over. Give me 1 second for where you guys would be. I will say I misspoke slightly. Kicktrin didn't head out of the back curtain. Kicktrin headed upstairs. There's actually some stairs in this office space which go up to, you assume, some like living quarters upstairs. And Kicktrin headed up there. Just so you're aware. Right, let's change this music first of all. Right. Just want to put everyone on the map so that dynamic lighting's in the right place. Celia would be like here. Scrick would be sat down. This chair. Kicktrin's already left. And then we'd have the three figures. Sartris Varlin. Here now, large woman there. This will be open. This figure is stood in.
Should have brought that fucking fat knoll with us.
Silence. Job. And I'll put the rest of you on the map. but bear in mind you are probably about 50 feet back. Super interesting how that worked out. I'll explain at the end of the session. Right. Gwilyn on the map. The old token. Damn it, Tom. Lorik Scalar, her bodyguard. Morrigan would be up this side. Primrose would be down this side.
Just keep looking over at Cadsworth, waiting for Tom to put a cross over the token.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, maybe his chaotic nature will protect him.
He just runs into the ruins and becomes...
You can't hunt me if I don't know where I am.
Yeah.
It's just on its way to Lumen.
La 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 la. Right. I will put the camera in this room so everybody can see what's going on as well. Okay, there should be lights. In fact, because it's only kind of dusk now, it's like twilight, I'm going to put it in daylight mode. Daylight mode. I'll make it not very bright. Cool. Right. Let me know if you can see everything.
This is like when if I were playing an evil character or a bad character, then I'll just go to this guy beforehand and be like, "Where's the representative? Bring him here now." And then he wouldn't have had time. To...
Yeah, it's true. It's having concocted all of this stuff. It's so interesting to me how it plays out in so many different ways. There's been so many like tiny differences which have made like butterfly effect.
Is this
Made a huge
Sartre's
difference.
Tom?
Yes.
I'll ask a question.
I really wanted to be like between him and Skrick.
Oh yes, sorry. You're absolutely right. You did say
If they hadn't gone to that place today, would the meet have been better?
that. Potentially. But also potentially that you didn't go to the meeting. So if Celia hadn't come into the shop with you,
Yeah,
there's
I thought
lots
about
of
that.
lots of very interesting ways in which it's come out. Right, without further ado, turn order is up. Please, can you roll initiative, everybody?
I was on the fence about being like, you can just leave, bodyguard. But I didn't.
I didn't want to leave Skrick alone in there.
He would have fired you.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hero point that initiative.
Yeah, we're well into the session now. I would have given extra hero points to Skrick and to.
Do I have to do the thing where I highlight my character, my token on this?
Yeah,
again?
click on your token and then.
On my
roll
totem?
initiative. Your totem. Click on your
My
totem.
totem. My totem.
Bible Tom.
So can Primrose see inside from here?
There are windows at the front
Yeah.
that should allow you some views when you get round to there, but at the moment you're just staring at a wall.
Oh,
And you've got like a
'cause I can see
side-on view.
inside. Yeah.
Well, I've put the camera in, so that
Oh,
might be
Right.
contributing. Come on, Tom. Brain initiative. Sartre's, and this guy is this.
Bible Tom, I can't find myself. Oh no, found myself.
You're
Never
up
mind.
the top, right?
Yeah. As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, there I am.
Up the top. And then Gwilyn, nearly there. Gwilyn.
Make sure you got what's his face still.
And Lorik. I think I'll probably just have Lorik go on Gwilyn's go.
Yeah, that's fine. Just want to make sure he's not forgotten about.
Yeah. You paid good money for him. Right, the first to go is... That is everyone now, right? No, where's... Oh, Celia's there. We've got Morrigan.
Yeah.
So we want Varlin alive if we can. So
It's on the right of your character sheet.
I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, I found it now.
And
Why is it so
fun.
small? Oh, fuck's sake.
So,
Oh, I was selected, you stupid thing.
add 10 with a 6.
Thank you.
That's alright. And it works out. She just go at the bottom. Right. This woman, the drawn sword and the calling for help, it's all going down. She is going to draw her weapon for one action, stride for another action, step up to Celia, and you see she's just drawn what it just looks like a nasty club. She's going to make a club attack at Celia. For an 18.
Miss.
Very nice. Primrose, you hear the yelling.
Yep.
You're about 50 feet off the map, so it'd be two strides to get where you are on the actual map right now.
Okay. 2 strides onto the map then.
Yep.
And then I assume the door's shut.
It is shut.
Is there an open window I can jump in, or is it just have to?
The windows are not open. The door is shut.
Damn it.
You will have seen, though, because you kind of watched them go in, that it didn't look like it was locked, or you didn't hear it being locked after they went inside.
Go up to the door. I
Yep.
can't do anything else.
Cool. Varlin. He is going to... Oh wait, I remembered your trick that you guys taught me. Alt double click. Yeah, he's going to step up to you, Celia. Step, interact to draw a dagger. Simply make a dagger attack.
Misses.
Misses. Scrick. It's all going down.
Scrick. Wait, hang on. He's gonna. I want to see if I can identify any weaknesses on this guy of recall knowledge.
Very cool. That would be a society check. So tell me your modifier, please.
6.
6. Yeah, you can. This is kind of you sizing him up as a member of society, and you figure out a few things. This guy, you can see kind of like lumps and bumps under his cloak now that with the different way he's standing now. You think he's got a lot of equipment under the cloak. You see the shape of a crossbow, but also you hear as he starts to move, you hear the jingle of manacles. You get the feeling this guy is looking to trap people. In terms of weaknesses, he looks pretty tough, but you get the feeling he's probably not that strong mentally. He's got a pretty poor will save, and he's more of a dexterity dodging character than a take a hit fortitude character. If there's anything in particular you were hoping for, feel free to ask.
That's quite good. So he is now what? Flat-footed against me.
Very cool.
Scrick will move, and he's just gonna quick draw
Oh yeah.
his
such a cool
dagger. He's like, "Get away from me!" And yeah,
Dab away. That hits because he's flat-footed. Nicely done.
what else?
You get your sneak attack as well.
So 4 plus. Oh, where's this? What is the? Where is it? Sneak attack. 1d6 precision damage.
Cool. So 6 total. Nice. Yeah. Give him a solid stab
Oh
out.
god, that barely went down.
Catch him. Yeah, he looks like a tough customer. Final action?
Oh no,
wait,
he had to
you
move,
moved.
didn't he?
Yeah, very cool. Alright, it's this guy's turn. He is going to... where is it? Yeah, so he is going to spend an action to throw out a set of manacles. So he's now got manacles in his hand, and he's going to use his efficient capture ability.
Mm. Creepy.
So he makes. Oh no, he actually. Sorry, I got this wrong. So he will draw the manacles still on this turn, and then on his other hand, he's going to draw his own club, and he will make with his final action. He'll make one attack against you, Scrick,
Okay.
and he will just do a normal attack. That would be a 30 to hit you.
Yeah, that's a crit, isn't it?
It is a crit.
Hang on, let me just see something. Can I use my nimble dodge so it's not a crit?
Ooh, yes, you can. Nicely done. So reaction spent stops it being a crit, and you still take. That was a high roll for him. 14 bludgeoning damage as he cracks the club down across your head and shoulders. It's his full turn. Celia.
Seeing that Scrick's just been cracked around the back of the head. Gonna stride up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna use my Bastion dedication, whatever it's called, Devoted Guardian.
Yeah.
And obviously raise my shield as the other actions. So that's all 3 actions.
Very cool.
So Scrick
Same
gets
as
plus
the
1 to his AC.
Yeah. Shield.
Nice.
You've got your shield up, so you're at 22. Gwillen. 50 feet. Striding. And it'll be the same for Lorik. I think they'll probably just this turn just gather up behind you, Primrose.
Yeah.
Morrigan. You heard the shout. You know they're inside. You can see the back of this place. This door has been unlocked.
Yeah, sneak over, try and get in the back door.
Yeah, very good. The fence would take like an extra 5 feet of movement. You're an elf, so you got 30. So it'd be like 5, 10, 15, 20.
I'll just keep moving till I get up to the door, I reckon.
Cool. So let me do this then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30. 30. Yeah, we'll take your whole turn just to get up to there. Go. Oh, dang.
Thanks.
Back to the top. Yes, Enforcer. Just gonna square up to Celia. And so stride, then a club attack for 23.
Will hit.
With the
I'm-
shield up?
Yeah, even with
It
the
does
shield
still
up.
hit.
Can I do? Is it shield block reaction?
Yep. Very cool. So you detract the shield's hardness from the damage.
5.
Very nice. So that you only take 5, and your shield takes 5.
Okay. And then I also want to use aggressive block,
Yeah.
which means I can either. I'll just post it so you can read it, but I want to try and make her flat-footed until the start of my next turn.
Very cool. You push back, you block attack, knocking off her, and use your shield to press the trigger.
I think she gets to pick though, so
She will become flat-footed.
Nice.
I'll call that out to Scrick so he knows, or at least he'd be able to be aware of the fact that she's flat-footed, right? Because I sort of shoved her
Yeah,
back.
absolutely.
Yeah. Might help with a sneak attack.
Yeah, very cool. And she will. She's gonna make a second attack. They're trying to knock you down. I keep closing the character sheets. So with a multiple attack penalty.
If you alt double click on their tokens on it, opens up.
Yeah, that's saved me a ton of time.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's definitely a miss.
Yeah.
Primrose, you're at the door.
Primrose. Open the door.
Yep.
Yep. I think I'll just have to 2 actions run in, I think. Yeah. So 1 action. Oh my god, it's really far. 30 feet, so go around the table. And just get to there.
Very cool. And Sartris. Sartris is going to actually step back. See the primroses there. Yeah, he's going to come for you, Primrose.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 5. Yeah, so he actually comes hurtling across towards you.
Not scary at all.
Skrick!
Crick's pretty beat up.
Yeah, took a big hit from this guy.
I can take these two. Get after Varlin.
You make a good point. Be safe. And starts running.
As part of your recall knowledge, you'd know that this guy does have attack of opportunity.
Ooh, okay.
So, the way to get out of that in Pathfinder is to use the
Yeah.
step. Yeah, you use step, so you take 5 feet. One action for 5 feet, but he can't take attack opportunity on you.
Dead.
Nice. You got 2 actions remaining.
Gonna get around here. He doesn't want. That person could theoretically have it as well. 15. Right. So he sees Primrose.
Yep. You see Sartris hurtling towards her with dagger drawn.
And he's like, "That's him! He's there!"
Oh, okay. It's kind of like not sure whether to dodge or do something else.
Yeah.
The Enforcer. Going to... So, because he has the manacles in his hand, he's going to use all 3 of his actions to use the efficient capture ability.
Motherfucker.
And he's going to attempt an attack roll. This is weaker than his normal attack rolls, so I have to roll it separately. So +9 this. Turn off GM rolling. He misses.
Even with flat-footed,
So-
it misses.
Yeah, deftly brings the manacles round to slam them down onto your wrist, Celia, but you manage to twist out of the way and they clatter off the shield. It is your turn.
I'm gonna attack him
Go.
with my first attack. $18.
18 hits.
9 slashing damage.
Very nice.
Raise my shield.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna try and demoralize her behind me.
Very cool. Intimidation, please.
14.
Let me check her will save. Yeah, unsuccessful.
Yeah. So
These people seem like hard-bitten folk. Willen! Gonna 25 feet into the room. She sees Sartris hurtling towards you. Sees Skrick being like, "That's him! That's him!" And she is going to take a shot.
how do the talismans work again, Tom?
How do what work?
Talismans work.
They are one use only, so they're consumable, and they tend to have a certain trigger.
Mine's an owlbear claw talisman, so I don't know how that
I
works.
think that's when you crit, maybe?
Okay, I'll look it up. You carry on.
Thank you. Oh, I didn't write the range increment onto Gwyn's character sheet.
Yeah, crit. Okay.
Short bow. Range 60 feet. So she does actually take a -2 to this.
Whoa,
She crits!
yes.
Oh, nice.
Roll the crit damage.
0. Hup.
Okay.
Aw.
Oh,
Still.
sad.
bunks into him. Kind of staggers his run a little bit, and she's then gonna step back a little bit. Lorik is gonna step up, and he's gonna use 2 actions to hold a 1 action of a strike against anyone that gets into melee range.
By the way, on the
Um,
crit damage, it rolled. It says deadly, so when she crits, she should be rolled a d10, right?
This is totally true. It has not done it correctly.
Yeah.
It might be because I had to type it in because I made her character sheet myself.
Yeah,
So let's just... Deadly is where it changes it to it, right?
I think so. I think it's just a d10 instead of a d6.
On a critical hit, the weapon adds a weapon damage
adds.
die of the listed size, but only after already doubling it. So it's 4 plus
Well,
4. 8 damage. Nice.
Pretty good.
A much more hefty blow. Morrigan, it's your turn.
remember, we want him alive, if possible.
Yeah.
Gotta get inside.
Yep.
I gotta get inside.
Gotta get inside. Push the door open as you stride in.
How far in can I get?
So,
Because I don't know how it works in terms of that being like actions and stuff.
30 feet.
Is it an action to open the door as well?
It can be. There's a lot of stuff. Well, not that much, but there's discussion online from different DMs where they rule it differently. For me, because you guys are barging in, it's like part of your move is just to be like knocking through the door, because they've been left unlocked and they're not like on a latch or whatever. You don't have to turn the doorknob. It's literally just the door is either locked or it's open and can just swing open. So you just push through it. So that's one move. Yeah, this would be open as well.
Yeah,
So,
I'm running over. Ah! And I think that's all of my my actions because that
Yeah.
was 40 feet.
So you appear behind the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Revenant's
Think
still
again,
outside.
bucko. Yeah, probably.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Because you have to spend an action to make Revna do stuff. Cool. Yeah, you see this guy has already taken some hits. He's bleeding a bit. Right, the Enforcer. Sartris has actually moved, so the Enforcer's actually going to back up 25 feet.
I
Going to...
think I can attack of opportunity, or I think it's been my turn again since I last used the shield block.
Yeah, feel free. I love the choice you get with reaction as fighter. Make that attack.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, well, natural one burned at least. She's gonna get out here. She's gonna... Yeah, she's gonna put slide her club into its like little belt loop, and she's gonna pull out what looks like a very nasty hunting bow. But that is her full turn. Primrose, your turn.
Primrose is going to try and do a Tanglefoot on Varlin.
Oh, very cool. Does he make a save?
Yeah, let me put it in the
Uh,
thing.
Is it an attack roll from you? Yeah,
No,
spell attack. Critical
it's-
success. The target gains the immobilized condition
Oh,
and takes a -10 foot penalty to its speed. Oh, because it can escape.
Yeah. it's only a
He's
cantrip.
he's immobilized for a round because you crit then.
Yeah.
That's really
Very
good.
nice.
Is it not? Is it not a save? Are you sure?
No, it says
No.
a vine covered in sticky sap appears from thin air, flicking your hand and attempt to spell attack against the target. Critical success. The target gains the immobilized condition.
Okay. Oh, it's to escape is the spell. Okay.
That's the
Okay.
one.
Cool.
You got him.
Yeah, got him. Oh, him! Quick, get him now!
Ugh, he's wrapped up with this vine.
She is gonna. Is this a door? What is this? Is that a window?
That is a window. There is
Okay.
a door over here.
Okay.
Did Lorik go on Willem's go?
He did. He was holding an
Oh,
attack
okay.
if anyone got in range of Gwilyn.
Okay.
She's gonna move closer to the door. She's gonna try and block it, I guess, with her
Okay.
wimpiness. If he
Very
tries
cool.
to come over here.
Just put a tree on the other side of it so you can't open the door.
Yeah.
I'd absolutely
Oh,
allow
yeah.
that. That's an awesome idea. Is that your turn, Primrose?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. He's got to try and get out of this Tanglefoot vine. He will. What is your spell DC?
It's 18, I think. Yeah.
He will use acrobatics.
Ugh.
Oh,
Wow.
gosh.
A natural 20 right back at you
Ooh,
for 27.
yeah.
And on a critical success with an escape, you get to make a stride, but I believe it's only of 5 feet. Escape. Critical success. Yeah, stride up to 5 feet. So he will move towards you, seeing you as a threat now. First thing he's going to do, though... Oh, that guy's out of range. And that guy's out of range. Okay, in that case, he would have strided road up here. First, so one action to escape, and then one action he's going to shout, and you hear him bellow out. He's going to use his "No witnesses" ability as he shouts out to his underlings. Until his next turn, both he and his underlings have +1 status bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Dang.
And he's going to continue his movement towards you, Primrose.
Mm-hmm.
Detritus Jones, it is your turn.
So is this? Can they see through that barrel?
This is a big table, like a circular table with cages of little birds on it, which are beginning to get upset and
So if
flutter around.
If he got behind it, would that person be able to see him?
Because of your short height, probably not.
Okay.
You could also use the hide action. You could take cover.
So could he get under the table?
You could get under the table, but the table is like open on the sides.
Oh, okay.
If you're trying to get sight lines blocked from this person
Yeah.
who's got their hunting bow out,
Yeah.
this stack of shelves would be like full cover from them. Like they couldn't shoot through the shelves.
Okay. He'll run up there then. So it's 2.
Yep.
God, I don't know whether to shoot him.
Get him low. I think like
Yeah, he's still looking pretty vital.
Yeah, he'll just release a short bow shot at him then.
Very cool.
oh,
Oh!
and it's
Oh.
deadly. Roll a d10 as well.
Yep, so I'll double that 6 into 12, and then roll a d10. 17
Nice.
damage. He's looking a lot less vital now, Skrick, as the shot plants right between his shoulder blades, and he begins to kind of stagger in his run. He's like, oh,
Skrick. Skrick shouts out, "You better fuck up or we'll kill him!"
like shouting over this way.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Alright. The Enforcer locked in here with you two. The manacles failed. He is going to, with his club,
Does he have to use an action to re-equip that?
he didn't put his club away, that was the other one.
Oh, it's one-handed, isn't it?
He's got manacles one hand, club on the other hand.
No.
He is going to try and strike you, Celia. He's going to use his intimidating strike action,
Okay.
which takes 2 actions. So he makes a melee strike with his club. 22,
Yeah, it does hit with the
14.
Yeah, I've got my reaction, so
Oh, yeah, well policed. So because it was a normal hit, you now count as frightened 1. This brutal strike, and he leans into it and bares these horrible teeth. And he's just like, "You're just another trophy." He's then going to move, though. He's gonna chase out after Sartris. Celia, your turn. Your reaction is back.
Yeah. I can't find the frightened thingy. Where is it?
That's fine. I'll look for that.
Okay. Stride up to him. How much would it take? Does it take an action to equip and then use, like a minor elixir of life or a life boosting oil? Or how does that work?
I would say it's one action to do it.
Okay, so I use one action to. What does fast healing 3 do?
It means on your turn. Not sure how long it lasts, but essentially you gain 3 HP back every turn. Fast healing.
Your remains effective for 4 rounds.
Oh, there you go.
However, the oil only lasts 8 hours, whether it provides fast healing or not. Okay. Let's do that. I'm going to use that up.
Very cool.
So, healing 3 HP. Does that start now, or is it...
I guess it's each round. At the beginning of its turn, so I think it would start on your next turn.
I think that's better than a minor elixir of life in this situation.
Hmm.
So, take that out of my inventory, so doing that. So,
Cool.
that's one action.
Stride.
And then
Potion.
last action, I will attack him.
Very cool.
I'll put a little green thing on me for the healing. And then
Nice.
longsword. Oh, nice.
Oh, 25 definitely hits
Is that-
for a solid
Is it a
10
crit?
damage. It's not a crit.
Okay.
This guy's pretty tough.
Just wanted to know if I could use my elbow.
Of course, yeah. But yeah, this guy takes another nasty strike. But no shield raise for you this turn.
No, it's a -2 AC.
Willen. Seeing Sartris is looking bad and that people are trying to take him alive, she's gonna move to try and shoot at the other one. Still just one range increment away, so a -2 to this. Didn't stop her last time.
Would this be blocking it at all, or is it just a table?
I'd say probably not, but she misses anywho,
Yeah.
and Lorik is gonna move up, and he'd essentially just call out and say, "I'm sticking with Gwilyn, but if there's anything you want me to do, just shout."
The door.
Oh yeah?
Knock him out! Get Lorik to knock him out. If he can knock this fucker out, then do it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Gonna run up to him, and that's all his actions. Morrigan.
If you got any healing, that'd be great. Well, I don't know if Oregon has healing.
Does she, Tom? I don't think she does, right?
I don't think she does. She has stuff to help people. She has like Nudge Fate, but I don't think she has
Yeah.
direct.
This is a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you can kill
Sorry.
him, then...
Just because, I know this, but I'm just checking because I know exactly what I'm like.
Kill that guy.
No, we're not supposed to kill anybody.
No, kill
Oh,
this guy.
That guy you can kill.
I can't get in the door. Oh, thank you. Tom knew what I was struggling with there. Fine, that's one action. I could just. Sorry. I've also got a pillow like jammed under my face because I was putting my pillowcases on.
Yeah, you got lots of stuff you could do. You could do protection.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Actually,
do.
protection would be a bit weird here. Then,
Why?
I imagine they're going to rework that spell because it's all alignment based. I mean, these guys are pretty evil, so it would work. So you could spend 2 actions to give Celia a constant +1 bonus to her armor class against evil creatures.
Yeah, could do.
Or you've got the fear spell. You got Aqueous Blast.
Oh,
Grim Tendrils.
that's what I was about to say. I'm gonna do Grim Tendrils.
Grim Tendrils.
Grim Tendrils.
Ooh, you could actually line this up so it hits. You'd have to kind of move slightly weirdly, but I'd
Yeah.
definitely allow it.
I feel like she would have kind of known, and she could have gone there instead.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like step into Celia's space because you don't want to hit Celia herself.
Oh no. I didn't see Celia was there. Has something moved?
Oh, it might just be Roll20 catching up for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Very cool. So, I mean, if you want to describe this, or I can describe this for you. But I think
Well.
it's perfect for Morrigan with the black tattoo.
Yeah. Because Revner would be outside. Revner's not in the tattoo at the moment, is he?
True.
He wouldn't have had the. So you'd see. Oh, do you know what would be so cool? Right. So she has the two tattooed eyes on her cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
You see the two tattooed eyes on her cheeks start to cry like black inky tears, and it would like flow down and like out of her fingers.
That's fucking awesome and terrifying. Right, so they both have to make a fortitude save. What is your spell DC? 17. So, the guy with the manacles passes, and the woman with the hunting bow. Ah, she got really lucky. She passes as well. Neither crit passes though. Tendrils are down in success. Yeah, they take half the negative damage. So 2d4 rolled was 5. They take 2 each. As the spell comes out. And yeah, the black energy attacks them. No persistent damage. Yeah. Saving throw. It's not saying 13, it's not 13, it's 17. They resist it quite well. But still, very cool spell. The Enforcer. Skrick has gone out of her line of sight. So instead, she's going to stride up. Use her second action to hunt prey on Primrose, because she can't see Skrick.
Yep.
And then she's going to shoot Primrose. Yeah, precision, yeah. So, composite short bow. 25.
Yep.
So 7 damage, and because you're her hunted prey, an extra only 1. So 8 damage total.
8 damage.
Yeah. Composite shortbow is awesome because it adds strength to the thing. Anyway, that is her full turn. Primrose, your turn now.
Primrose. I don't have anything to knock him out with, so.
You can always do things non-lethal. You just, if they don't have the non-lethal trait, you have to take a -2 to your attack roll to do it.
I mean, Primrose doesn't carry any weapons at all.
Oh, I love her so much. Yeah.
She's got a basket.
I mean, I'd allow it. Improvised weapon, 1d4.
No.
Vegetables to the head.
She is gonna. How far away is Rick? In range.
You could spout him, couldn't you, with your water?
Yeah, but can I do that non-lethally? Spout him
Yes.
with my water?
You can do anything normally, Tom
Really?
just said.
Yeah, you just take a
Oh,
-2,
even spells.
even spells.
Okay. Yeah, let's try and spout him then.
Cool.
Bleh. Oh.
Oh, okay, so it's a saving throw rather than attack. I would just
Yeah.
make it the other way around, so he gets a +2 to his save. So,
It's probably okay.
blah, 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 blah. So he is pretty good at reflex saves, and he'll have an extra +2 to this.
Yeah.
So he crit succeeds, taking 0
Yeah.
damage from it, kind of tumbling to the side.
Fine. Just gonna go stand by the door even more.
Very cool. Blocking it properly.
Yeah.
Balin. Lorik's threatening him. He is going to... He shouts something different. They cannot be allowed to leave. Using his no witnesses ability again. Works on himself too, so he has an extra +1 to this roll. Attacking Lorik. Oh, he rolls really bad though. 15 misses.
Mhm.
He is going to... Desperate. He's just going to go for a second attack. Is agile, so maybe +1. Yeah, that hits. Only for 5. Roars. A nasty red line across Lorik's chest. His dagger. Skrick, your turn.
Knock him
So-
out.
So, you can shoot non-lethally, right?
I think so. Let me just double check all of this. That's what I remember.
And what I know.
before.
Right. Skrick's gonna get to the door. Close the door.
That's a
Yeah, it
window.
doesn't say anything about it being melee. So, yeah, you can just if you're using a weapon that does not have the non-lethal trait, you take -2. What's he doing? That's a window.
That's a window.
It's a window,
Okay.
and it doesn't look like it can be opened. So, you're all right on that front.
You'll get more there then. So that, but can that person see him?
Not from there. Consider the whole shelf-like image. Complete
Yeah.
cover. So
So
yeah,
is he
definitely
gonna go through the window? What do people think? Is it good to block the window?
Shoot first. See if you can knock him out.
Okay. Go there then.
not.
I'm
Non-lethal.
more worried about the
-2
door
to
over
the
here,
attack
yeah.
roll.
Yeah, non-lethal.
Fuck.
I will use a hero point.
Very good.
Ooh.
Oh,
I think that misses.
With a -2 is a 15. That does miss. You still have 2 actions because that was a hero point reroll.
Okay. He's gonna do the stupid. Fire a second one.
Nice.
And I'll use another hero point for 2.
Yep, it was a separate roll.
16.
Oh,
oh.
it was a much better roll, but with a minus.
And then he'll
-2 does
move.
not hit.
up to the window.
Cool.
Damn it!
2 shots go clattering off the gigantic spherical fishbowl over here. Not hitting it. Also, you would have lost frightened at the end of your turn, Celia.
Okay.
Boop. Your shield is not up. Right, he is going to, because he's got both of you there, and he knows Celia's got attack opportunity now. He's going to try... Morrigan did do the scary magic, though. He's going to try Manacle Morrigan. So, efficient capture. No, it doesn't roll it for me. +9 to this. No!
Yes.
Oh.
That's all 3 of his actions. Celia, your turn.
I'm hitting.
Gain 3 HP.
Yeah. I'm hitting this guy.
Feel your wounds re-knitting.
Long sword.
Yeah.
Fuck.
15 does not hit.
Shit. Oh, that's so frustrating. I'll raise my shield,
Very nice.
and then I'll move round to here so he's flat-footed from Oregon.
Very cool.
Gotta
Gwilyn.
break the temptation to always do the second attack.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not good.
Gwilyn is going to move within 60 feet of Sartreus.
Knock him out. Fucking.
she's-
What's his face?
Gwilyn. Oh yeah, he'll go first. So he will make a club attack. It's not amazing. It's a +7 to this.
Shit.
Miss.
Oh.
I mean, he doesn't have combat tactics really, so he's just going to swing wildly. So it'll be a +2 to this.
17. Oh no, wait. No,
No,
it's
14.
5. Yeah. So.
Meh.
No.
Chaos. But Gwilyn can still make the shot.
Come on, Gwilyn.
So she will use. Still haven't put it in. She'll use her archer's aim. She aims up. Takes the one shot. +2. Oh my god, she got another crit.
Hey, fucking
She's
hell.
insane.
And she gets sort of D10 on that, so he's definitely
She
knocked
does,
down.
I think. It's going to be more than enough. Yeah, and even with the -2. So the shot goes flying through and just clips him badly on the shoulder, sends him tumbling into Lorik, who like thumps him in the face, and
Nuts.
he is knocked out. But
Oh,
not
I
dead.
kind of love that Lorik's swinging wildly, keeps missing, and then she shoots and knocks him into the
Yeah.
punch.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Bonk. He is down.
Nice.
Oh. She does have one action. She will move just to the edge of this table. Morrigan, your turn.
Yes.
He is flanked, flat-footed to you if you wanted to attack him with a weapon, or you still got your
punch him.
cantrips and your spells. You want to stab him? You got a dagger.
Yeah.
It should be on your sheet.
It's just loading.
If you double click the sheet, aren't you, at the top, it will like just minimize it rather than closing it and having to open it every time.
Oh, thank you. That's very helpful. I did not know that because it is super annoying. Yeah. Stabbity stab.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh shit! Nicely done. Press that button. Yeah, roll critical damage for 6 damage. It's starting to
Is-
look pretty rough now. Ooh, whoops,
Is
I
that
did it
one
not quite that way.
action?
There's one action. Yeah.
Sweet. Then I'm gonna do my thing with my brain.
Telekinetic projectile.
Yeah.
It does have. It is another attack roll, so it does have multiple attack penalty, which means that does miss. I'm afraid.
Even with flat-footed.
Even with flat-footed, yeah.
Yeah. So.
So you
Okay.
stab in, skewering into his side. He rears back, punching his back. Then you use your mind to pick up perhaps a heavy ledger from the desk. It goes flying towards him, but he manages to bring up his club and knock it out of the air.
I'm just picturing it like Harry Potter now.
Because it's a book flying.
Yeah.
The
Arnold Weasley.
the hunter. He's got a little rat man, a little rabbit lady, but also
Yeah.
a big headosy guy. So she is going to actually hunt prey on Lorik and shoot him. Because he's standing for Sartreus. So no bonus to the attack roll. But if she hits, which she does, only for 4, gets an extra D8.
Roll.
Oh, she's rolling real bad on her damage. Lorik is looking pretty woozy though. He's not a PC. He's just a guy.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
definitely bloodied. It's not on the edge of death, but definitely bloodied. I need to fix this thing so you guys can see his health, but I'll do that between sessions. Don't think it's long till the end of this fight, so we'll just finish this up. Primrose.
Primrose gonna run in to the middle here. And she's gonna do heal. The oh, actually no, I can't do the emitting one, can I? Because of the 3 actions.
Emitting is 3 actions. You could do the 2 action one, which has a 30-foot range. Love that spell.
2 action 1. Two actions. The spell has a range of 30 feet.
Who are you healing?
I want the emanation.
You could stay where you were and do the emanation.
Am I in range though? Probably
What's
not.
Is it 30?
30.
Yeah.
You'd get Lorik and Skrick. And yourself.
Oh, nice. That's right then. That's what I want.
Amazing.
Do that.
Channel your magic. Wave of healing energy. Imagine it like a fresh breeze of the meadows.
Yeah, a little breeze comes in through the crack of the door.
Yeah.
You. Is that how I do it? No.
Yep. So, well, you need to roll. So, 3 actions. I think it's just 1d8, but to everyone.
Hold on. I think so. 1d8 hit points, and then to everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Increase it once restored by 8.
Oh! That's for if you do the focused level 2 one.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm reading the wrong
Just
one.
on one person.
Yeah.
But nice. Good roll.
Yeah.
So, Lorik is pretty much back up to full. Skrick, you gain 8 HP. And Primrose, you gain 8 HP as well.
Oh, yeah.
Very nicely done. Sartris is unconscious. Skrick, it is your turn.
Script's gonna use his recall knowledge to see if he knows anything about the big bow that she's using.
Ooh. What skill would you like to use for that? Crafting? Do you have good
crafting sounds about right.
What is your modifier?
Oh, whoops.
That's fine.
It's a 6 anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how I've... Yeah. 16 against her recall knowledge DC, which is not on the stats block, but it will be on Archives of Nethys. Recall knowledge is actually 16. So, the bow isn't particularly fancy. It's because it's a composite short bow. Essentially, it's a short bow that has the propulsive trait, which basically means you add half your strength modifier to the attack, so you do more damage. Right. It looks like hers is well used. You know that she's doing lots of damage because of the hunt prey ability. You think she is kind of similar to the other guy. She's more dexterous. And because you succeeded on a recall knowledge, I'll say as well, you can know that her AC is 19.
Okay.
19 AC.
She's also flat-footed now.
Hell yeah. She's been analysed.
So, he will shoot at her.
Yep.
So he does 17, I suppose.
You do indeed.
Fuck.
There's a 15. Some unfortunate rolls.
Kind of wants to. It's going to move up because she's got a big bow.
Very smart. Recall not. Yeah, nice. Force over here. The manacles just don't work. He is going to. Because you stabbed him, Morrigan, he's just going to do a club attack at you. He's going to make an intimidating strike. So 2 actions. 26 to hit you. Which is a crit.
Fuck. Oh my god.
28 damage. You stab him in the back with a crit, he turns around and just slams the club into the side of your head, and you go tumbling to the ground.
Shit.
Knocked down.
Fucking hell, that was a big roll.
That was a very big roll. Unconscious.
Go with him.
In fact, not unconscious. Dying 1. 'Cause it was non-lethal. There it is. Dying 1. And then with his last action, he's going to circle around. Actually, no. His last action, he is just going to swing wildly at you, Celia. For a 21.
No, it misses. Shield up.
Raise shield, baby. Cling. Your turn.
Okay. I'm attacking him.
Yeah, you gain 3 HP.
Oh yeah, I'll do that in a sec. Fucking get.
Oh!
Well, this probably kills him, I think. But...
I think it probably does.
yeah.
Yep. On the money. How do you finish him?
After seeing him cut Morrigan down, like, it's because he swings around and hits her, she just, like, moves up and grabs his back of his shirt and pulls him onto the back of her sword.
Oh, sick. Plunging the sword through him.
And then I'll rush to Morrigan, and, what's easier? Can I minor elixir of life her, or can I try and stabilize her?
Are you good, minor elixir of life? 1 action.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Not
Very
risking
cool.
it.
1d6.
I'll roll it if you want. 6.
Oh,
Nice. 6 HP back, B. Morrigan. As you are no longer dying and have the wounded 1. Great. Right. Willen. Right, there's literally 1 threat left. Archer's aim. And 2 shots. +2 to the first one. 16.
yes.
Nah, she misses. Morrigan, it is your turn. You've been brought back to consciousness, brought back from the brink of death.
Ouch.
Yeah. Delia saved you with the potion and killing the guy.
Guys, what do you think is the best move? Because I don't want to do something and then everyone's like, yeah.
I think at this point, you should just get up and then take cover somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth getting involved when we can probably deal with this person. We've basically
And I
got
hide
some-
under the desk.
Yeah.
You could get Revna to do it though.
It's true, you could get
But-
Revna to catch up, just maybe, just in case.
Yeah, get Revna to come in. And I'm going to
Yeah.
hide under the desk.
Cool. 1 action. Revna starts sprinting.
You could get
2
that
action.
is it enhanced familiar feat where you can give her an extra feat where she can act on her own.
Oh, sweet. Definitely be worth doing with Revna. The Enforcer. Things are looking pretty dire for the old Enforcer. Got her bow. She has pretty much 1 mission right now. Yeah, she's gonna hunt prey on you, Skrick.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna drop her bow and take out her club. And strike you. Because dropping the bow is a free action. But the bow is now on the floor. Hunt prey! 20 to hit you.
It just hit.
You take 13 damage. Primrose.
Oh. 13, it says 9.
Yeah, plus the 4. Oh, I rolled as
Oh.
the GM, sorry. That's complete.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets the extra D8.
Oh my god, fucking script. Christ.
Yep,
Yeah,
she slams
so
it down,
blow.
bruising him horribly. Hear a rib crack.
Well, needs healing, doesn't it?
I didn't do Lorik's turn. He would have just moved up and attacked it twice.
Come on,
+7,
Lorik.
+2. Ooh, he hits with the first one.
No, the second one.
Oh! He did 11 damage to her on Gwynen's turn.
Wow.
Nice. Primrose needs to move up. Actually, no, I don't. Because I have reach spell.
Oh, yeah. Is it reach
So-
spell 2 action heal?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yep.
The healing magic reaches out.
Have 8 healing. Or not. 4 healing.
+8.
Yeah.
Another 9.
+8.
+8, so
Is it-
12
Is it
healing.
the same?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
the level 2 heal is you get 30 feet and it's a d8 +8.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, it's nice. So
Okay.
yeah, +12
Even
healing, Skrick.
Ooh.
Undid the damage, basically.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
awesome. The rib
Thank you.
cracks back into place. It's your turn, Brickel.
Well, it feels like she might be quite screwed, but
Yeah, she's in a bad spot.
let's have a look. What does this do? What's demoralize do?
Gives them the frightened condition. It's against their will save.
Does that make them? Does that reduce their AC?
It does.
Okay, you have to be trained in what is it? Intimidation.
Yeah.
Shit. Intimidation.
Is it trained?
Yeah, you do have to be trained. I'm almost saying.
Alright.
I don't think he does anything other than swinging his dagger wildly.
Stab her up. He's flat-footed. You get your
Well,
snap.
don't
actually,
know.
maybe don't.
No, she's not flat-footed.
Um,
It's only for a turn.
No, I don't think you do need to be trained in, actually. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I think you can always demoralize.
Oh, he's gonna be like, if you don't go now, your boss is dead anyway. If you leave, you might live, but you won't. Is that intimidation, I guess.
Yep, against her will DC, which is because you rolled really well. Oh, it's not that. But you didn't crit
Oh.
fail. Which is
Cool.
good. And then stabbity stab. She is flat foot to you, right? 'Cause she
I
recalled
think
knowledge.
it's only for a turn. That's the
Oh.
thing. I don't want to abuse it. I don't want to be like, I want to do it. Wait,
I thought it was for a minute.
when you
You can't recall knowledge multiple times on people anyway, I don't think.
yeah,
So I think it must be for a minute. Otherwise, that would be
look,
really bad.
mastermind.
Mastermind.
Oh, it is a minute.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, so last time. Oh no, yeah. Yeah, he'll swing with his dagger then.
Stabbity stab.
Damn.
Does not hit.
Stab again.
Stab again. It's agile, baby. It's not as bad value.
Mm.
One off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Celia.
Right. One action to stride.
Gain 3 HP.
2 actions to stride. I'll attack her.
She's flat-footed to you.
Come on.
17 to beat. Okay.
Oh.
You guys are rolling like poop.
I will Orcish Blood Rush and do a second attack.
Oh, there it is.
Fuck.
No.
One off again.
God damn it.
Don't worry, guys.
You
Gwilyn will show you how it's done.
I think my healing wears off now as well. I think it was 4 rounds. I think that was the 4th.
Right. Scalar. +7. Hits. +2. Misses. -3. Misses. But it does hit once for a d8 +3.
Nice.
7 damage. And then Gwilyn. Archer's aim.
Come on, Willem. You can do it.
First shot has a +2 to hit and damage. Damn it. Second shot is just.
Oh fucking hell, we're rolling bad now.
Yep. Oh god. Morrigan's hiding under the table.
Here comes the
Yep.
crit on each one
Just
of us.
wailing on her.
I kind of want Revenant to like burst through the window.
That's pretty cool.
No. But she does. Oh, he does get to there. The Enforcer. Right. Primrose is blocking the door.
Yep.
She is gonna step to here to avoid your attack of opportunity, Celia.
Fucker.
She's gonna stride. And stride. She's running. Primrose.
Primrose.
Tangle fitter.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to be a tangle fit. I hope it works.
Oh my god. Reach spell makes you seem like such a like god of magic. You're just like whoosh.
Shit.
And then I get a 9.
Oh yeah, fair.
Yeah. Oh, was I even in range? That's a good point.
You'd reach spell.
Yeah, I think you would have had to
Oh
reach
yeah,
spell.
yeah,
So that was your turn.
That's my turn then.
Grickel. She's still flat footed to you. Is it shooty shooty?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move and then shoot her.
That hit!
Oh,
3
nice.
damage.
Oh, and I get the precision
You
damage.
do, this could do it.
Oh god, what is it? D6? Yeah.
I think it's a d6.
Yes!
Oh!
Yeah.
And he just says, I am the business. No.
The arrow flies out and lodges in the back of her neck. She goes from running to just skidding across the floor before coming to a still stop. And with that,
Nice.
we will end tonight's session
Whew.
there.